looking. I don't even, Sean. I mean, we've all said some shit,
for sure.
I'm thinking we were supposed to pick 2, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I did.
Well, shit. Hold on.
Listen, Sean made up the rules. They were fast and loose. So
No, it's good. I think it's good to have a loose set of rules to go by. Oh, you're gonna click go live.
Yep. We're live.
We're live. I heard it on Sean's phone.
Yep.
I feel like that's like a ritual at this point that
You gotta hear it.
That you turn your phone on and I hear one of us talking. Yeah. All right, let me pull this thing back up. If the stream's choppy, I'll put my phone outside, but it's charging right now. So
I feel like this is a little bit of a cop out, but
yeah, it feels kind of basic, honestly. But
okay.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is Bourbon Junkies with Jeremy. There you go. Siers, as I call him, which I mispronounced both those. It's Jeremy Siers. That's how you actually say his name.
Look at you go.
And Sean hates how I say Jeremy. So but that's the thing. But yeah, we're here to smoke some cigars, drink some whiskey. Jeremy is trying to find a whiskey to drink right now.
He's trying to find the camera. He's hammered.
Is it back here?
Is rare breed a cop out too?
I almost grabbed it.
I don't think I've ever had rare breed with a cigar.
I thought about it.
Well, we're gonna do it right now then.
Hell yeah. What is going on, everybody? Thanks for being in here.
Oh, sorry about that, everybody.
What you got?
Oh, you're good, buddy.
We're supposed to pick 2 though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I mean, you were like I said, fast and loose, dude.
Well, shit. Hold on.
The stream,
Yeah, good for it.
But it's charging.
Okay.
If I put it outside the metal doors, it'll do better. I don't know if the stream quality is good enough, anyway.
Well, the most we're getting is 720. So,
Trevor Wilson said, "Does Dan look extra sexy tonight, or is that just Jeremy?" I showered twice today.
Fatty.
Listen, my hair's so long it gets greasy by the end of the day now.
Dude, your hair looked fantastic on that video, the live stream the other day. That shit was like,
it's only gonna get worse, honestly. So,
dude, I don't remember, and you're gonna, everybody I forget. Am I supposed to be watching this on StreamYard or am I supposed to be watching this on YouTube?
We watch you on StreamYard and then have the YouTube chat up because StreamYard chat is delayed.
Way behind.
Gotcha.
Andrew Buchanan says, "I'm surprised Jeremy doesn't have Dickel."
I do. I didn't pick it because I honestly didn't want to hear Dan whine about it. Because if I would have picked it, then he would have been cussing me out, telling me how wrong I was, making me feel bad about myself and my choices in life.
Dude, out in Bourbon Enthusiast said, "What up, mofos?
What's going on?"
Happening.
Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
We're going to go through more than 2 whiskeys. This was a rough start.
Yeah.
This is a jumping point.
It was a good idea, Sean, for us to have some structure that Sean came up with. These are just
Sean's drunken ideas are not generally good ones.
The Dickel will come out before this live stream's over.
Oh,
let's be clear.
I got something for your Dickel. So
someone who was it? Charles Ashford said the junkies are rubbing off on Jeremy. Just Dan.
Well, listen, we talk 18,000 times a week at this point. And then I'll shoot B-roll and send it to him, and then he'll shoot B-roll and make me feel bad about my decisions in life.
I would crush you.
And no, but yeah, I don't. It just happens to be one of those things in which we talk a lot. So for 8,000 minutes of time, we do a Rogan podcast every time we get on the phone. So
pretty much.
I'm going to watch the stream in here because it's easier for my old man eyes to see than way across.
Sean watches chat on his phone.
Yeah, it's much easier to scan chat off my phone because normally Gavin has his laptop over there.
Yeah, and usually my phone's outside because of service reasons, and my phone's running the stream right now. So, we're going to we each picked one cigar, and then we can pick as many as we want. The idea was we picked one that we're going to smoke, and then we picked 2 whiskeys to go with said cigar. Do you want to go first since yours is already laid out presentably?
Oh yeah. So a while ago, I think it was with the first iteration of us and Jeremy together.
Yeah.
We had talked about not liking Alec Bradley's too much.
Well, I said I had a black market.
That was the only one we had. And we said, well, we were told there are others out there. You should try some. So tonight I have an Alec Bradley. It's called The Gatekeeper, and it's got this sick ass logo. I wish we had the autofocus on so I could hold it right up there.
There's a picture on Instagram.
Yeah, but it's got like Julius Caesar on there. It looks good. It smells great.
It looks dark. Do you know what kind of wrapper that is?
I think
dark.
It's not. It's less
dark.
It's less dark than a Maduro. That's what I know about
Dominican made that up.
I don't know what this one is either. Actually, I don't know what mine is either.
Yeah,
that looks dark. Like that looks like a Connecticut broadleaf or something. It looks dark.
The one that you have, I'm 99% sure is a Maduro.
Well, yeah, but like, let me see. I'll have to look it up. Let me see.
So my first pairing that I'm doing with it is some Kentucky Owl Confiscated. I don't think I need too much proof on this one. I think it's going to be around that 100-ish range.
I like Confiscated at $60.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
Never going to get there.
I know. I'm just saying we've never spoke highly of the whiskey, but I like the whiskey in the bottle. Yeah. Just don't like the price tag behind it.
But gave a nice sniff. It's got like a little hint of pepper to it, little earthiness. I think it's going to need
a cigar.
Yeah, I think a nice little sweet whiskey, not too hot. It's just going to be perfect for it. So I have that and Old Forester Rye in case I want a little bit more pep in the back end.
You think there's more pep in Old Forester Rye?
Yeah. I have almost pulled the trigger on that Kentucky Owl several times because it keeps popping up in a lot of my stores. And the bottle is just so cool.
It is.
It's such a good design, and everybody says it's really good. So I've almost pulled the trigger on it several times, but man, the price tag stops me from doing it every time because it is.
Is it? You're talking about the Confiscated one?
I think it is Confiscated, the one I see a lot.
How much is it?
I think it's usually like around $200.
Oh no, too much.
So the ryes are the green labels, and then the yellow labels are the bourbons, but those are all $300, and then that here is $150. And
unless you have like a Costco,
dude,
and then you can get it for like $80.
Not here, only in California.
Oh,
if you got a Costco in California, that's a great bottle of whiskey to buy.
$80.
I think the ryes and the Confiscated, I believe, are $199 here.
Okay. Jeez, oh Pete. So the ryes, you might be able to get away with convincing people. We have all three of the ryes so far, and they're all really good.
Yeah.
For $200, the rye is way better than the Confiscated is. For $200.
Yeah.
But
I think if the Confiscated was $80, I mean, that's still a pretty good buy for it. Yeah, but I wouldn't like the 120, 150 range that we've seen it. It's like, I don't know. It's rough.
Paid $150 for that. And yeah, I wouldn't pay $150 again personally.
The other one I was thinking was maybe a Russell's pick, but I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like that's a real easy, that's always going to work.
Yeah.
That and Knob Creek picks, going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy, what do you got?
That's what I was just looking at on my phone. I hope people don't think during the live stream I'm like watching YouTube or something. But he's
watching his own video right now.
Fucking small timers.
I was trying to, because I've had the King is Dead, the normal Caldwell. This is a Caldwell. The King is Dead is the cigar, but focus. There it is. Really pretty cigar, but the normal one is not an AJ Fernandez version. And I've not had this. Well, I have in the bundle once before, but I couldn't remember. This is the AJ, specifically the AJ Fernandez version of the Caldwell, The King is Dead. This is a Nicaraguan Puro, actually.
Oh, I was not close.
No, Maduro's right.
Okay.
Maduro is just a style of wrapper, right? So it's a Nicaraguan wrapper, but it's a Maduro Nicaraguan wrapper.
Okay.
It's got aged filler and spicy earth notes. Yeah, so Nicaraguan all the way around with this one. It is the AJ Fernandez take on The King is Dead.
It's so good. I bought some of those cigars after we got the box from Luxury Cigar Club. And I love that cigar so much.
You know, I smoke so many cigars. We were talking about this before we started the stream. You're like, haven't you had that one before? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what did you think? I'm like, I don't remember. Because I smoke so many cigars that I don't always remember what I liked and what I didn't like.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That's it. I don't always remember exactly what it was like. I remember really liking it and probably whatever whiskey I drank it with. Okay. You know what I mean?
So I looked this up real quick. The Gatekeeper comes dressed in an Ecuador Habano wrapper.
That's exactly what I said too, which is weird.
There you go.
Habano.
Yep.
So that's not, it looks darker on here. Habano wrappers are usually kind of a medium brown like this color.
Dude, that's dark.
It's pretty, it's darker than I wouldn't look at this and be like, that's not that dark.
Like
usually like smells good. Connecticut broadleafs are usually like almost black. They're like really, really dark.
Okay.
That's how that cigar looks on camera, but I can't tell them in person.
Yeah. What whiskey? You pick rare breed?
I got a rare breed and a larceny barrel proof.
Okay. Oh,
that's another one I almost grabbed too. I figured it was a little too hot.
Well, the reason I I picked both of those is because usually AJ cigars are pretty stout, right? There's usually a good amount of pepper. They're usually pretty punchy. So I figured that this could probably hold up to both of those a little bit more robust whiskeys.
Sure.
Catch up on super chats real quick.
Okay.
We got Keith Schmidt said $5 towards Dan's first haircut after the lockdown's over.
Thank you. Because it's going to cost a shit ton of money because they're going to be like, I fucking refuse to do it.
And then we have Sheridan Richmond. He said, Jeremy Siers, we need some leaf and barrel hats. That's
speaking of leaf and barrel merch.
Lots of stuff in the works. Lots of stuff.
Speaking of merch and Patreons, you know what I mean? It's weird.
And then Grant Hartwig said, King is dead. Caldwell plus AJ, best cigar.
Oh, there we go.
It's good, man.
I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of, see, man, you know, when I do cigar reviews, I always give people the nose and then I go into smoking. And man, so many cigars smell the same to me that I'm sure people are watching it. They're like, you asshole. You always say the same thing, but so many of them, this one smells like shit. They like smell like, okay, you guys live out, you said you live out in the country, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do a lot of cigars not have a very manure smell?
But it's like, the problem is if you drive by a field that is freshly manured, it smells fucking terrible.
Yeah, you know.
Right. I don't mean like that.
I know.
You know the smell I'm talking about.
I know it. I don't have like a better word for it, which is why I can't necessarily correct it. But I know what you're saying.
It's like an earthy barn smell.
Yeah.
There's like a little bit of a hint of manure in there. There's like a hint of like sour manure.
Yeah.
It smells a little dusty. I don't know. I say that all the time, and people are like, "That." I tell my wife, and she's like, "That sounds disgusting. Why the hell would you want to smoke that?"
Here's the thing.
That smells like manure. Let's light it on fire.
I could smell cigars all day. I love how they smell generally.
Sometimes you get some weird stuff in them. Every now and then I'll get one that smells like got some mothballs or something weird going on, and you're like,
that smells amazing.
What's the temperature in Florida?
Like 70. Oh, my dogs are
Today was hot, man. Today it was hot. It pissed me off because yesterday it was like 75. It had a nice breeze. It was low humidity. It was freaking beautiful yesterday. And today the humidity ramped up. These storms were coming in, and it was muggy and like 80. It just felt like shit outside.
Yeah, it's 30 out. Dan just opened the door, so
there's a nice breeze coming in.
The stuff for the vent stuff, that's shipped.
Hey, and then as soon as it gets here, 70 every day from here on out. Every single day.
So puppies are out.
The dogs are in the house. Who let them out? I have no idea.
Ricky.
So I just poured a Woodinville cast strength. Just to drink it for a second.
What do you think? Rare breed or larceny first?
I go rare breed first.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Chat. If you see an earthquake happening, that's just Dan's dog hitting the tripod.
Yeah.
There's wet hay. Mm-hmm.
Slay Gullidge asked, what is a sleeper cigar smokers should be seeking out?
That damn one I was just showing you guys before we started streaming.
Southern Draw.
Southern Draw Quick Draw. Man, that thing, you can get 25 of those cigars for like 100. I think it's $105 for a box of 25, which is cheap. It's Southern Draw, Quick Draw, and they're a Pennsylvania broadleaf wrapper, and they're about a Corona size, like a skinny Corona, kind of in between a Corona and a Lancero, and they're freaking delicious, especially for the price. Like, that's absurd. For how I thought they were going to be, I bought them as like almost like a bundle kind of cigar for that price, and when I got them, I was like, dude, this is upsetting. It was like early times upsetting.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, this is such a damn good cigar for that price.
I'm trying to think because
I think those last calls.
Oh yeah, those last calls are going.
Yeah, and they're cheap.
I was gonna say I just had that one the other Tuesday night.
Yeah, and they're like $5 or $6.
And I'm like, that is so much better than I thought it was.
Oh, they're
I just
good.
don't know if you can call anything from AJ Fernandez a sleeper though, because he's such a huge freaking name in the cigar industry.
Yep.
Do you think that everybody said I slammed that wooden bill? There wasn't even like that. Might have been like a quarter of an ounce.
These are only 3-ounce glasses, so basically
3 ounce.
Yeah. It was like it was a quarter of an ounce.
I think that one of the things that I had that surprised me is the Oliva Connecticut wrapper.
Well,
and I don't remember if it was like the Series O.
I think it's the O. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a Series O, and it was Oliva, and it was a Connecticut wrapper, and that thing was like $3 cheaper than an Undercrown Shade, and I think I liked it just as much as a Shade.
Yeah. Yeah. No, those Oliva, they're called, man, I can't think of the name of them right now. It's a specific Connecticut they have, but they're kind of like known for that particular Connecticut. Like everybody loves that. That's like one of those cigars that everybody recommends to beginners and whatnot.
Okay.
So
that's
I'm
not
going to go with Rare Breed first, because it was about split in the chat between Rare Breed and Larceny.
But here's the thing, though. Rare Bird 101's in the chat, who's like the ultra turkey guy.
Uh-huh.
And he obviously voted Rare Breed, so it almost like in honor of him, basically.
Well, here's the thing. I like to start out with a lower proof and then ramp up. And this Larceny is 123.
Yeah.
And this Rare Breed is only 115 or 16, right? 116.8. Ooh, nice squeeze.
Okay, so I watched this video, and it had the most mediocre cigar review and B-roll I've ever seen in my life, dude.
You must be talking about one of mine.
How did you know?
No, actually, Jeremy just put out a video today about the Viva La Vidas, the Lancero specifically from Luxury Cigar Club, and I've only smoked 2 of these. I bought a 5-pack of them.
Oh, is that what you brought out for the chat or for the stream? Oh, shit.
Because here's the thing.
You smell my puppy?
So in love with this cigar, and I know that I can't just have like 30 of them in the house.
You can't. You just have to go to Luxury Cigar Club's website and buy them.
It's so much money.
We already need to buy one of those freaking
wine cooler humidors.
Yeah, wine coolers that you got there.
Cooladors.
Because we went on a tangent and bought a lot of cigars.
I told Dan I would send you guys the other one I have if I could get it up to you, and it wouldn't cost more to ship it to you guys than it would be for the humidor itself.
Yeah. Well,
they're all sold out.
Dude, New Air doesn't have a single, 250 cigar?
250, yeah.
They don't have one anywhere ever right now. Like, it doesn't exist.
I mean, do you think I could ship that up to you guys and it wouldn't get damaged?
I honestly have no idea.
Because the issue is like, we'd have to let it sit a long time. So the issue is like when you start flipping the compressors and shit, all the fluid moving around, they don't really enjoy that.
Right.
But
supposedly if you set them up right for like 24 hours and let all the Freon settle, then it's because I mean they have to ship that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the fact that it's got a glass.
Okay.
Right in the middle of it, I don't know if it had a big hunk of Lajero.
Yeah, it's a beetle.
Or what? No, well, like I know there's Lajero in those cigars, if I'm not mistaken, and Lajero is notoriously doesn't burn really well, so they generally mix it with other stuff. And I don't know if there was like a hunk of that in the middle or what, but man, it hit a spot that I had, it just wouldn't stay lit. And then it took about a ½ inch, and once I got past that, then it burned great the rest of the way. But there was about a ½ inch in the middle of that cigar that I couldn't keep that damn thing lit to save my life.
Really?
Yeah, and it got real hard.
I just get rid of cigars at this point in time. Like if I have to give something that much attention to like keep lit, it's like, nah, I'm good.
I could feel it though. Like I was squeezing it to see if there was a plug or something. It was like real hard. So I don't know if there was just a weird bit in one of them or something, but man, it's a hand rolled product. You know what I mean? You're going to, even with expensive cigars, you're going to get one every now and then that's got some issues.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm starting off with the old Midwinter Nights Dram with the Viva La Vida because it's 100 or it's 101 proof or 99 proof, one of the two. 98.6. So basically 99.
Oh, dude.
I tell you what, this is my last Act 5 and it's damn near empty. It'll be empty tonight. But Midwinter Nights Dram in cigars is a magical fucking experience.
I thought that the Peerless cigars was a magical experience.
It is.
Is this kind of like the whole Dan, it's the best whiskey ever situation?
Listen, I live in a state of extremes.
Dude, that because I'm like that too. Like every time I drink, I'm like, this is the best shit ever.
Yeah.
I'm excitable, man. And I think you're the same way.
It's you gotta be excited. If you're not getting excited, then that just means you're not happy.
Right.
I think this Old Forester rye shit stomps this Kentucky Owl for a pairing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's kind of like bourbony rye.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked,
but it actually, like the leather and like cedary nature of this cigar comes through, and it like actually amplifies the rye of the Old Forester more.
All right.
So like, it's still sweet, but you pick up so much more back end.
So somebody asked what we lit the cigars with, and this is this contraption that Alec Bradley produces, and it's basically like a mushroom lighter. If
you can light it,
sometimes it does.
You got to take it down. I was gonna say you got way too much gas coming out.
You don't, dude.
Yeah.
Nah. So basically, it's got like a mushroom head on it, and it just
you can probably hear that jet engine. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it looks like a tea kettle, but it's got this cool shaped head on it, and it's supposed to light cigars really evenly if you light them if you can light them almost directly over it.
Oh, it toasted my cigar really well.
Yeah, no, they're super. These are super cool. I have no idea how much they cost, but this is like probably like the coolest, gimmickiest lighter that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're cool table lighters, though, man, because they stay lit too. So you can sit there and you can toast the cigar real slowly and get them going. They're good.
Dude, I bet you, honestly, this is probably an amazing Scotch cigar.
Dude, all cigars are good Scotch.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately.
But someone just said something about Lafroig 10, and I was like, you know what? This, like, and I bet you an Ardbeg with this would be phenomenal.
Got plenty over there.
You know what's weird is I'm not getting a lot of pepper in this AJ. And I don't know if it's because rare breed's kind of spicy and it's kind of like dumbing it down. Yeah. But normally with AJs, I get a lot of pepper and I'm not getting even any. So either that rare breed's rounding that off or this is not a very peppery AJ cigar.
I remember when I had it with Peerless, I remember the combination of that Peerless bourbon and that cigar being super sweet. It was like campfirey and like s'morey. You know what I mean?
Dude,
like,
I was just about to say, I'm getting like a bready graham cracker kind of quality out of it. I'm getting like a sweet graham cracker kind of.
Have you had one of these? Mm-mm. Man, I can't even give you one. That's the worst part.
Why not?
Because they're expensive and rare.
You're such a dick. I almost shot that like out. He's like, I can't even give you one because they're so expensive and rare.
Do you recall what Dan smoked on our 10K video?
It's kind of like the fucking Ron Burgundy thing. It's like I'm kind of a big deal.
Dude, first off, that cut, the cut in your video today, no spoilers, was fucking amazing.
the Ron Burgundy cut?
Yeah. So second, before we move on, I want to talk about this. So you made a video on this cigar today, which is one of the reasons I grabbed it, and I thought we're getting together so I have a reason to smoke them because I don't like if I could get these for $10 a cigar, I don't know if I'd buy other things.
Dude, do you get a nougat flavor in that cigar? I get like a creamy flavor in that cigar that reminds me. I said creamy at first because the smoke's kind of thick and creamy, but then I thought, well, I think it's more of like a nougat flavor that I'm tasting.
Is that the Anoa? Yeah. Dude, so with the nougat, when you say nougat, like give me is like a candy bar or something.
Like a Three Musketeers has nougat in it, doesn't it?
Mm-mm. Oh, hi, Mira.
Three Musketeers has marshmallow in it.
No.
What?
It's got nougat.
Wait, that's a nougat?
I think that's nougat.
I don't think I knew.
Okay.
You know what? I think we're just learning shit today.
Basically, it's a Three Musketeers. That's
not marshmallow. That's just chocolate flavored.
You're thinking of peach.
Pretty sure it's nougat.
Yeah, it's nougat.
We should consult the chat. I bet you somebody in the chat is going, nougat, motherfucker, nougat. Hold on.
Keith Smith said it's an Alec Bradley torch, and they cost about $45.
Mm-hmm. We knew it was Alec Bradley. I did not know it was 45, but he said it runs out of butane quickly. I believe that because listen, well, and this head like if we're talking a single or a double torch and then comparing it to this,
Snickers is nougat. Somebody just
Snickers is nougat.
Timmy Drammer said Snickers is nougat. Yeah, but isn't this they're a little bit of the same stuff?
Of Three Musketeers.
It's a marshmallowy, a chocolate whipped marshmallow thing.
Well, hold on. I you know what? That's what fucking Google's for.
That you're not.
A lot of people are saying yes, nougat.
Listen, I'm not fat because I don't know things about candy.
You're fat because you're fat.
And I like candy,
which
means now here's the thing: as a consumer of a lot of candy,
hold on.
I hate
Three Musketeers is a candy bar made in the United States and Canada by Mars Incorporated. It is a candy bar consisting of chocolate-covered, fluffy, whipped nougat.
Oh,
okay. I had the whipped right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, ingredients are far less important. It's more the preparation of it.
Dan's like, what fucked me up was it's whipped nougat. It's the whipped. I was not prepped for the whipped.
The nougat in a Snickers
I think it's different than the nougat in a s'more.
A nougat in a Snickers is not a whipped nougat, and it's a better nougat. I'm here to tell the whole fucking world.
Okay, so round back to what the original damn question was. Do you taste nougat in there?
It's a little nutty.
It is very nutty, but it's not peanutty, right? It's like pecan or walnut.
Yeah, I agree with that. With a Snickers nougat.
But that was the main thing I got in that one, right? Like normally I got pepper. As the cigar progressed toward the end, I started getting more leather and earth as it started going. But probably the first half, the majority of what I tasted was a nougaty, creamy kind of flavor with a strong nut flavor. And that sounds dirty when I say it that way, but it's like and not like a peanut like in Dickel, but like a walnut or a pecan. That was like the predominant flavors I was getting. I got like a
earthy.
Let me tell you something. It is fucking magical with some nitro cold brew.
Dude, I 100% believe that. Here's the thing about the cigar is I genuinely think if you want something like an Opus X, it's not $30. I think that's the best cigar.
I remember you buying those
because I think there are better or as good of cigars under $30, but they're like Ligas and they're like real, like the Ligas are like real dark and peppery, right?
Yeah, right.
But the Opus in Padrones like are awesome, but those start to get expensive. Like the
Star.
$12 at Wild Bill's.
I'm thinking like the number.
The 64s are like $12. $12. Yeah, remember I showed you? I'm like, I don't think these are priced.
Oh yeah, and then I had to look it up in the book. It's like, yeah, they are.
Yeah. So, anyways, but it reminds me of Opus X stuff without paying. I mean, they're not cheap, but they're still not Opus X prices. You know what I mean?
Lanceros are always a little more expensive, right?
Yeah.
So if you have 5 different Vitolas of a cigar, right? The Lancero is always going to be the most expensive one usually because it's the hardest to roll. So they usually have to put their, people are like, well, why? It's the skinniest one. Wouldn't the most expensive one be like the 60 that's got, more product
in there though?
Well, it's just usually they have to put their better rollers, their more experienced rollers on the Lanceros because they're a lot harder to roll. So they're generally more expensive.
I found what I really like is I like Lanceros and I love Coronas.
Oh.
We got somebody Slade said, I'm pretty sure I'm about 35% nougat. It's what was the
we got a super chat, Rhode Island bourbon enthusiast. Have you had Lock, Stock, and Barrel 13-year rye? If so, thoughts. I just picked up and I'm about to crack it. Cheers. Cheers, buddy. I have not had that. Although Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Was it in color or black and white?
Oh God!
Was it in color or black and white? What the fuck kind of question is that? I don't know. Was that a fucking slight in my age?
Yeah, it was.
Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels is a Guy Ritchie movie.
I like Guy Ritchie, but I've not seen or heard of that movie.
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm assuming you have.
Are you fucking with my emotions right now?
Guy Ritchie is.
Oh, I know of the movie. I've never seen it though.
I've never heard of it.
Oh.
Lock, Stock, and Two. It was like one of his biggest I think that was one of the movies that like launched his career.
Yeah. So it was early in his career then?
Yep.
Yeah, it was one of the earlier ones.
Okay.
Dude, it's so good. It's very. You ever seen Snatch?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite.
In the same vein as Snatch.
Okay.
Very similar. If you haven't seen it, go on Netflix tonight, or maybe not tonight because it'll probably be late by the time we get done. Watch Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrel. It's great.
You got jacked, skinny Brad Pitt. And you can't fucking understand a word he's saying. He's
But
just punching motherfuckers.
Yeah. David Hatton said Dan is uneducated.
Duh.
Listen, I've seen a lot of movies and TV shows around my time on this planet.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Dan and Jeremy are breaking up. I would never break up with Dan over a poor movie choice.
poor. So, I have not. So I had a Lock, Stock, and Barrel at the Vault when we went to Texas last year, and I don't know if it was the 13 or the 18.
It's too much. I was wrong.
But the one that I had, I was underwhelmed by because I think it was like a $200 bottle of whiskey.
Yeah, holy shit, I forgot about that because we found that on like one of the the second shelves. Like it wasn't quite the top; it was on the second shelf.
Yeah, it was just sitting in their rye shelves.
And I was like, "What's up?" And you were like, "Gonna get some of that." I was like, "Holy shit!" I forgot about that.
I've never even seen it.
We saw the 18.
It's pretty. It's pretty as shit.
A Specs or something like that.
Yeah, in Kentucky.
Yeah. I don't remember what we went into.
It was expensive,
but yeah, it was not cheap.
Somebody said Grant Hartwig for the win. Jeremy is correct. Dan is a whipped nougat dude.
Listen, if you're gonna super chat, don't start it with Jeremy's correct. Okay, that's just a tip.
I think Grant is a fucking scholar and a gentleman.
I knew it.
Dead on.
I knew it was coming. Dude, I don't. I might just kill this midwinter. What else did I pick?
I was wrong. That NOA was way too strong.
That happens a lot.
Way too strong. I thought it was gonna mellow out perfect. It did not, actually.
Hey, I just saw Nick Algie. I wonder if that's my buddy. No, that's Nick Agee. Okay, never mind. I had a friend called Nick. His name was Nick Algie, and then with my old man eyes, as Dan pointed out with my old movie references, I said I saw Nick Agee, and I was like, "Oh man, is that my buddy Nick Algie?" But it's Nick Agee. He said he just poured some rare breed because he doesn't have Larceny Barrel Proof. Cheers, buddy.
You know what? I think honestly, man, I don't know. Larceny Barrel Proof's cheap. I was gonna say I think rare breed's better, anyways.
I did not finish my rare breed yet because I wanted to AB them to see which one I like better with a cigar.
Wade Bragg said, "When will my fellow bourbon junkies start to discuss cannabis stuffed cigars and bourbon?"
Never.
I don't smoke the cannabis, but aren't cannabis stuffed cigars called blunts?
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to make sure here.
First sip, gut reaction, rare breed better.
Wait, which one was?
Rare breed.
I think I like rare breed more than Larceny Barrel Proof.
I'm focusing.
I like the Larceny Barrel Proof, but funnily enough, if funnily is a word,
I like that word. I don't think it is. I like it.
I really thought going in because Larceny was a weeder that the rare breed was going to be spicier, and I thought the Larceny was going to come in like sugar after drinking the rare breed, and quite the opposite. The Larceny had a lot more like oak flavor on it after the rare breed, and the rare breed tastes like fucking apple cobbler.
Oh, I kind of like. We need rare breed now.
I'm getting like a lot of red, like apple fruit kind of vibes, and like cinnamon and sugar, brown sugar kind of vibes out of that rare breed tonight with this cigar for some reason.
So I got this. We just got this Boone County single barrel weeded, and it's a barrel proof weeder from Boone County, but it's MGP whiskey.
It's not like Boone Farms, is it?
No, it costs way more. So this is it. The mash bill is 51 corn, 45 wheat, 4 barley. So super high wheat and pretty damn. I mean, low ass. It's as low as it can be in called bourbon. But I think it was Jeffrey Wack who sent us a sample of this shit.
Yeah,
and it's good.
I think it was him. But I
remember him or DJ Beacon.
We get them OGs.
DJ Beacon the other day goes, "I'm not Jeffrey Wack," or Jeffrey Wack told me he wasn't DJ Beacon. Nope. See, I already got it confused. Yep. But this stuff is Dude, we got to do a blind with this and Weller Foolproof.
Oh.
Because I think this beats Weller Foolproof.
Here's the thing. Speaking of Weller Foolproof.
What?
Weller Foolproof. Jason with Mash and Drum. Is Jason, does he happen to be in the chat by any chance?
I think he's on Scott's stream. They're watching the NFL draft tonight.
Oh, okay. Jason with Mash and Drum. I'm supposed to be doing a live stream with him sometime here, not too long. He sent me some samples to check out. And one of the ones he sent me was Weller Foolproof, which so appreciated that because that's a really hard. I've never even seen a bottle of that. So, but man, that was probably my biggest disappointment of the year. I didn't like it. It tasted perfumey to me.
All right, cut the fucking stream. We're done.
Oh yeah, that's Sean's golden goose, dude.
Dude, here's the thing though. His was a store pick, so maybe it was the store pick. Because I haven't had it in years, but I remember really being fond of Weller 12.
Yeah,
I don't get a lot of Weller down here, so it's limited. So I was really looking forward to the Foolproof. I was thinking it was going to be awesome, and it was super floral and like perfumey, and I didn't dig it. I was like, it was okay. I guess I shouldn't say it that way. It wasn't bad. I had high hopes, and it wasn't as good as I thought.
We had store picks and non-store picks, and I think we've actually liked the non-store picks more than we've had than of the store picks.
We've had one non-store pick. They're not single barrels, unless they're store picks.
Yeah.
We've had one non-store pick, and then we've had, I think, 4 store picks.
Yeah.
3 store picks? I don't know. A few store picks. And the non-store pick was by far the best one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was just a store pick that I didn't care for. Because it's the same reason I don't really dig Four Roses very much. We were talking about this the other day, Dan. Yeah. I don't really like florally. If I get any floral situation in a bourbon, it's just not my thing. It's not that bad.
I hate Dickel, dude. But here's why. It's the fucking worst.
Dude, here's the thing. It is not. Do you really? Okay, at this point, are we just doing this because it's a funny thing, or do you really hate it that bad?
No, Dickel's fucking awful.
He goes, listen, cut the shit. Just us. It's nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. Nobody's watching. There's nobody here.
Right?
Nobody
like
here. Turn your head. Turn your head. Nobody's here.
So we have a barrel. Barrel's one of the ones that sources mainly from Dickel.
Uh-huh.
And we have a barrel over there that's probably been there for 2 years at almost the exact same level. And like all our actual bottles of Dickel, like the real Dickel, not the source Dickel, I think barrel might be dude. I've not had a lot of Dickel that I genuinely would reach for ever again.
Here's the thing. The only one I've ever had is the BIB, the bib. The bottle and bond. That's the only one I've ever even had. And I like that one. So I can't say all the other ones, but I like the bottled and bond. I think it's definitely different, right? It's super like nutty flavor, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty tasty.
Dude, I get sour. My issue with Dickel is
Sourwood.
Booker's makes nutty ass bourbon, right? So like all Bookers that aren't special editions have Booker's that beam nut in them. And
that's it.
Dickel, what?
Oh, that's my golden goose right
what
there.
What is it?
Fucking finally found it. Woodford wheat.
In that?
Yeah.
Woodford wheat's so good.
Dude, Woodford wheat's delicious.
Dude, Woodford wheat's so good. So
sorry.
The thing is,
it finally came together.
Dickel, or Booker's is like the most amount of nut I can stand in a whiskey and still drink it. What video did we just do where I was like, it's like hot nuts?
Hot nuts. It was last Monday.
Was it Peerless?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hot nuts.
Hot nuts, dude.
I was waiting when he said the most amount of nut. I was waiting for somebody to be like,
"Oh yeah,
on my face."
I'm trying to get a picture of those, and like none of the pictures are like they're all like thumbnails. I'm like, I can blow up 7 pixels, and people are like, I still don't know what you're talking about.
I can see a different color somewhere.
Yeah.
The Dickel is a sour shit oak nutty flavor. I don't like sour nuts. I like hot nuts. You know what I mean, dude?
Hot nuts are actually really good.
Like, dude, Chris, I believe it was Chris Buzalencia, sent us like 2 or 3 packages of those hot deep fried nuts.
They're fucking fantastic.
You just eat the shit raw.
Dude, it's the best drinking food ever.
You can choke to death on those things, though.
That's definitely also true.
Dan tried to choke on nuts that night.
Because the thing is, because you eat the shell, when you bite into them, it like turns to dust in your mouth. And if you inhale that hot, it just chokes you to death. I've almost died 5 times eating those things.
It was the same night too.
But you know what the best part is? In this story, at one point, he almost died 3 times and went, I'm risking it, dude.
Yeah.
Those nuts are good enough. It's worth another try. Yeah. I'm giving it a go. Fucking on the hot nuts. I'm going for it.
Chris Frank said, Bourbon Junkies and Jeremy Siers, what is going on? Just stopping in to see what's up for a few.
You hit that super
Thanks
chat?
for being here, man.
Did we talk about that?
Sheridan Richman. Have either y'all had an asylum? I like saying y'all, and I'm not from the South. What do rednecks get to say instead of y'all?
Y'all.
No, we say y'all all the time. Y'all.
You're literally from the South.
That's true. That's very true.
He's from the South and also lives in a different South.
Yeah.
That's an accurate statement. Although a lot of people would say that Florida isn't the South. However, I live in the South part of Florida.
They call that the armpit of America, not
right?
the South.
So, well, here's the thing though. So if you go below even Orlando down, it's not really the South. It's a different situation. But like North Florida, up where I live, St. Augustine, Jacksonville, all those areas, that's still the South. Like it's very Southern. People have accents.
You say drawly?
Yeah, like the Southern drawl. Y'all. Yeah.
Wait, is it does drawl? Does drawl have an L?
Yes.
No, it doesn't.
I'm about to blow your mind. You have to drawl.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
A Southern drawl has an L in it.
Well, you just said an L.
So no, I'm saying it like that. So because I don't want to say draw and then say does it have an L? Because if I say it, it doesn't.
Yeah. Does it have an L?
Yeah.
Is Southern drawl?
No. Southern draw.
I thought it was just draw.
He's a redneck, so he says drawl.
Southern drawl.
Well, that's like I'm originally from Louisville, and it drives me crazy when people say Louisville. I'm like, it's not Louisville, it's Louisville.
It has a fucking L, dude.
Does it really have an L?
Yeah, so the Southern American English drawl or Southern drawl involves vowel. I can't fucking say that. You want to give it a
go? Dude, the first one was good. The first sentence really sums her up.
I've been saying that wrong my entire life.
There you go.
I've thought my whole life Sean was born so backwoods. He just says whatever the fuck he thinks is right and runs with it, right?
I was gonna say you got a super chat to read.
We got a super chat. Rhode Island bourbon enthusiast, one of my favorites. He says, "Is it a coincidence that Jeremy lives in the retirement state? I think not."
All you motherfuckers in your old comments. I mean, here's the thing, right? So, God damn it, I keep saying here's the thing. Now that's stuck in my brain.
You are welcome.
I don't. I mean, I guess for like YouTube, I'm old, right? Because I'm 42. So, I guess that's old.
Yeah.
But I would say like whiskey drinkers, though, guys that probably watch your channel, 42 is probably an average.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I called somebody a boomer, and it was like I just offended everyone at the same time.
Right.
So many comments. It's
not
like,
really.
You young kids don't know what you're talking about. It was like, dude, I'm 30. I don't know what you're considering young.
We got a comment that was like, I've been drinking whiskey for 72 years, and you two don't know jack shit. And I'm like, fuck you. Go back to your fucking old people's home and shut the fuck up.
Those are the ones I read laughing.
That was terribly aggressive, Dan. Terribly aggressive. He's like,
a 90-year-old man, fuck off, dude.
Extremely aggro on an elderly gentleman.
He's a bat. Look how well that's burning too.
This is how I keep a Tapador perfectly.
Well, I mean, I've had this for 2 days, and it's been in a bag.
This is the mildest AJ Fernandez cigar I've ever had in my life. Either that, or it's because I'm drinking fairly high proof whiskey.
No, I genuinely, because the Peerless that I had was 109,
Give me that later.
Which isn't crazy high.
That's not really high. I mean, that's well below 1920. You know what I mean? So
that's my wheelhouse. We've talked about this before. 100 to 115 is my sweet spot,
dude. I think I think I was so surprised because that is a pretty dark wrapper. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and it's AJ Fernandez, and it's got a dark wrapper. I mean, even the band is dark, and it looks all ominous and like dark, like maroon. I mean, that looks like it's oily looking.
It's so sexy.
It just looks like a cigar that's going to punch you in the mouth, and I don't know if it's because I'm drinking these higher-ish proof whiskeys or what, but it's super smooth and mellow.
So there are so many people in the chat saying that I need to respect my elders.
Did you read the super chat?
What?
Oh, go scroll up and read that.
I can't. Can you scroll on your phone?
Here you go. I'll let you read it.
Okay. Jason Busey, not saying Jeremy is old, but his SSN is 1.
It's not. It's actually 8. Okay, so calm down.
Yeah, there were 7 well before him.
There were 7 well before me.
See, the funny thing is if I'm like being completely honest, I don't think that being 40 something is old because I'm just so close now. Dude, when I hit 30, I had a full-blown mental breakdown.
Yeah. 30s was good, man.
Oh, yeah, but I thought to myself, I don't have a 2 in front of my name. Have you ever seen the show Workaholics?
Uh-huh.
Okay, one of the greatest, like, off-the-wall shows ever. In Workaholics, at one point, the 3 main characters are doing they got to, like, run a meeting, and it's going to be, like, a sales pitch or some shit. Mm-hmm. And they walk into this meeting, and everybody in the office is sitting in chairs, like, in rows of chairs. And they walk in, and they go, all right, and they hand out paper to everybody. They go, everybody write their number or their age down on this paper. And then they're like, they go up to the front, and they go, all right, anybody that starts with a 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7, get the fuck out. And then there's like one person left with a 27 on his card, and they're like, all right, you're our guy. You're the one.
Well, I would have been out of that room over a decade ago.
Dude, and the funny thing is I don't look at it as, I don't look at 30 as old. I don't look at 40 as old. I don't look at people as like, you're getting old till probably in the 60 range.
So I'm getting old.
Well, here's the thing. That's where I look at it too, right? It's about 60. But I have a funny feeling when I start getting to my mid-50s, I'll be like, 60's not old, man. It's all good. It's like 70 or 80. Like, as you get older, old gets progressively further. You know what I mean?
And I mean, with the advances of science and your level of income, I think you'd have no problem living to at least 200-300.
My level of income, that's a firm negative, sir. Firm negative.
Well, but the thing is what I was going to say, my point, the whole thing was, it seems like when I talk to people, when I talk to you, I don't ever think you're old. But then
until you FaceTime me and then you see the gray beard and you're like, oh, fuck, he's old.
Someone said that your beard is older than us. And
dude,
I said, yeah.
When we FaceTime, I see your beard, I'm like, I'm such a fucking bitch. Every time.
Dan wants to have a stash off.
Yeah, Sean and I are going to have a stash off. We're going to bet something on it because neither of us can grow mustaches.
I don't want to.
But both of us can grow shitty, dirty mustaches.
Oh,
just a straight Chester the Molester mustache.
Exactly.
Dude, I look like a 13-year-old Mexican kid just in my facial hair. It
get younger.
Yeah, it just looks awful.
But my point was, I think it's just how you act, not you specifically, but it's people, because I
agree.
Rogan's fucking what, 50?
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, he's like
50,
I think he's 52. Yeah, I think he's
what is that?
Dude, he's 52. If you listen to Rogan,
TRT's
I'm like, that motherfucker's 24.
Yeah, well, not just that, dude, but he's an animal. I think if you stay young and at heart and keep current with things and you stay active and physically fit, I mean, dude, Joe Rogan's a beast.
As we sit around, drink cigars and
smoke
cigars, drink whiskey.
They do that all the time.
Rogan cigars. You can cigars aren't really bad for you as long as you, I mean, relatively speaking. Sure. I think a lot of people think you inhale cigars.
A lot of people do think.
A lot of people get very sick from doing that.
So, a lot of people die when they do that because their lungs explode. But I've had people say to me, they're like, "Oh, isn't that like smoking an entire pack of cigarettes?" And I'm like, "You don't inhale a cigar." And they're like, "What do you mean?" And I'm like, "You just puff it." They're like, what? It like blows. I think people that don't smoke cigars, a lot of them don't realize you're not inhaling them.
Yeah.
Just getting so woody and nutty.
Impala Mike 1964, and I fucking nailed that, and it's not even spelt right, dude. Got me out here buying every damn bottle. It said at Bourbon Junkies. Got me out here buying every damn bottle I find. YOLO, what's my next bottle? I don't know, man. Give us a list, and we'll pick one for you. How about that? Because I don't know what's available to you.
Speaking of mustaches, dude, if you watch the video, you saw this clip. So I got that camera that does 960 frames a second now, right?
Yeah.
So me and the kids were doing like raspberries going in the camera, and dude, it's the funniest fucking thing in extreme slow motion.
He starts the video off with it, basically.
Focus. Look at the mustache flop.
That's what keeps your wife around, huh?
Dude, it's the funniest damn thing. My kids were doing it. I think my kids, it was even worse. We did this for like an hour. This is what happens when you're like locked at home for a month. Yeah. You start doing shit like this.
We bought a puppy. That's what we did. Jesus.
That's so funny, dude.
He doesn't have any facial hair hiding everything.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
So funny, dude.
Like an hour, bro. And I spent like an hour filming people's lips flapping and my dog's running.
Is that with the Sony?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, you got a Sony.
The Canon guy bought a Sony. What? That's so weird, man.
Okay. Caveat.
I know. Wait, look at, he's like, fuck you, first off. Second off.
To start, fuck you. Secondly, no. I mean, look, dude, I'm the one that recommended that Sony to you.
I know.
Like, Sony makes a really good camera. I'm just so invested in Canon lenses with that platform. But here's the thing, man. That is by far the best point and shoot on the market right now is that RX100. If you want a point and shoot camera and you want the best one on the market, that's it. Sony makes it. The
funny part is it's so much fun to pick out that one part. I know why you have it. And I know why you have the cameras you have. I know all of it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun because I know it's slightly irritating.
Well, it is, but it is. I mean, I think it's funny actually, but you know, people tend to be in this like Canon or Sony camp. And I don't think you end up that way because of investing in lenses, right? Mm-hmm. So you invest all this money. So then you end up just in camp Canon because they're not interchangeable.
Yeah.
But it's not like an ideological situation for me.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. You know, it's just because I have Canon glass. But Sony
glass that you use if you buy a different cigar. Jesus. What happened there?
This rare breed, for those watching at home, this is an LLHD, which I think is the 19s.
It's somewhere in there.
It's not the one with the old turkey.
Those were like the G series.
Yeah. So the LLHD is like a late 19, I think. Yeah. That one you'll definitely still be able to get on shelves. That LLHD with that Viva makes it like roasted salted peanuts. But in like the fresh cracked, roasted and salty and warm.
You know, like the maltiness of I always say maltiness in the Woodford.
Yeah, it's the Woodford funk.
Yeah, like it has that, but it's like really good in the wheat. It is meshing with this cigar so well right now because it's turned to like really oaky. A little bit nutty, or not oaky. I'm sorry, it's like cedar, like it's like a lighter wood, but it's fucking perfect.
That's fancy. That's a fancy term.
He just got fancy. He's trying to find the type of wood. He's got some mahogany up in that shit.
Ooh, it is not quite that rich.
I've got to interject DC, which by the way, one of the first guys to join the old Patreon. So big thank you to DC. But he gave a super chat to you guys.
Yeah.
I found my first gray pubic hair today. Things like this normally don't bother me, but I found it in my Big Mac. Cheers, gents. DC.
Super chat we've ever had.
Yeah. Not only was he one of the first guys to join my Patreon, so big props, but he's a funny son of a bitch. And I think he's another proper Southern gentleman, if I remember correctly, him saying something to that effect.
A lot of people keep saying that they're on Team Canon, and here's the deal: if you when Jeremy and I started talking, I told him, I said, "Listen, we're talking about buying a new camera." He's like, "What are you looking at?" And I'm like, "I was like, one of the cameras I looked at was a Sony A7 Mark III," and then then when he started talking about Canon stuff, and then he's like, "But I know these other channels that shoot incredible footage on the A7 Mark III."
Yeah.
For sure.
And so then he introduced us to Daniel Schiffer, who's basically a fucking god.
Who makes you just want to stop, who makes you want to immediately put your camera down and just stop shooting YouTube videos.
Dude, I broke 4 Sony A7 IIIs because of him now.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Like he just like every time I think I get a good B-roll sequence and I'm like, okay, I think I've got this shit figured out. Then he puts out a video and I'm like, no, I don't. I don't know any. I know absolutely dick about nothing.
You're okay. I gotta finish that thought, but I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna move on right after it. But the opening, I hadn't seen. You didn't send me because you hadn't had it finished yet. The opening sequence for your B-roll for today's video, where you're in the hallway shooting into your room. Dude, that fits so perfect.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Because I hadn't seen that part, and all I had seen was the black at the beginning.
Is that
right?
No.
Oh,
we haven't talked. No, because he put the video out at like 5-ish today, so we hadn't talked about it yet.
Gotcha.
So because I hadn't seen it yet, I love that intro with it going like from outside the room and then into the room and then the drawer. Dude, it's fucking perfect.
That's that whole establishing shot I was telling you about.
It was
perfect. Get that establishing shot first.
Dude, it was so fucking good. That established something in my pants, if you know what I'm saying. Oh my God.
Well, I'm glad I could produce a little something there. Dude, I have to say real quick, I just got like a straight up Whopper flavor out of this.
Dude,
not Whopper like Big Mac, like burger, like Whopper, like the chocolate covered malt balls, whatever the hell it's called.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, the candy.
Yeah, like the not Whopper like Burger King.
Yeah.
Everybody's got
like the Easter candy.
Everybody's got to see the dog. This is the dog.
That's
this
Mira.
is my golden doodle, and she's
90
pounds. She loves to be held.
She does. She is the most
separation
ever.
Yeah, I held her. As she grew up, I always picked her up. And now she just likes to be held, even though she's 90 pounds. It makes it hell of a lot harder to hold her.
Oh.
Hi, what are you guys doing?
And then Terry New said, we keep going back to nutty or nuts.
Listen.
It's there in a lot of cigars.
Well, and
especially when you get those darker wrapper
something
ones.
We have a lot of experience with.
And you just go back to what you know.
This, man, I still keep going back to how amazing. I'm having to touch it up, though. I got a little bit of a run going, but I'm going back to just how amazed I am at how smooth, like mellow this is for a dark wrappered AJ Fernandez cigar, man.
I'm such a fan of that cigar. Now,
pumping off the smoke, I'll tell you that, man.
This reminds me of the green labeled My Father's.
So another good. I don't know that I wouldn't say it's a sleeper. I was not right about my first sleeper pick, but the My Father's. Some of my favorite like sub $10 cigars I've ever had were My Father's Corona sizes.
Is that what we just?
My father makes some killer.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Super chat. Another Rhode Island bourbon enthusiast. Yep. Love the new dog. And Jeremy, I just joined your Patreon. Cheers. Oh, well, thanks, buddy.
Hell yeah.
He must be talking about my new puppy.
Jeremy, no. He's talking about the puppy I just held up on the.
That dog sucks.
I swear to God, I will come steal your dog. I'll take care of it until you find it.
He's such a good dog.
Because he's cute as shit.
Yeah, he is.
But Timothy Miller said, guys, I'm late. I'm here now.
Glad to have you.
Another Dickel-loving motherfucker.
I know.
Timothy Miller loves himself some Dickel. He also has the worst palate known to man, right? I think
if he likes Dickel, he's got at least one part of his palate working right because that shit's delicious.
I don't know about that.
I have 2 dogs. Somebody asked how many dogs I have. I have 2. I got a Cocker Spaniel, a purebred, and purebred Cockers should not be purebred Cockers.
No, you should never get a purebred anything.
Well, listen, his mom and his dad fucked in a backyard.
Yeah.
And
they were brother and sister.
They might have been. But like we didn't get papers with him. I just know the mom and dad were both Cocker Spaniels.
Yeah.
But that's how our Bostons are. Our Bostons don't have any papers, but their mom and dad are both Bostons.
Oh. Do you roll it? You say it was 90 pounds?
Who?
Did you say your Boston was 90 pounds?
No.
Holy shit. Dude, that poor fucking dog.
Like a 90-pound Boston? I was like, 90 pounds? What the fuck? No. I said his mom and dad were both Bostons.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sean was like, what the fuck,
dude? A 90-pound Boston would be like
a bowling ball.
I don't even know. I don't think it's even possible. Yeah, I mean, that would be a sad little doggy.
Dude,
no, our dogs are like 25 pounds, dude.
Okay, that sounds all right.
Dude, we didn't answer the fuck. My mind is just, why does it work the way it works?
I have 4 hours of sleep right now. I can't keep anything fucking straight.
We didn't answer the illusion super chat.
Oh, I've never had one.
I've had one.
Yeah.
We talked about this, right? What?
I don't understand what's going on over here.
You're just blown away by that cigar.
Not just that, man, but like I need to do more like A/B testing on the channel and like blind stuff like you guys and everybody else does except for me, unfortunately, because I just realized the fucking rare breed is so much sweeter than the Larceny.
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought, but the Larceny is a weeder. I always thought that was kind of.
The Larceny is way more of like a kick you in the teeth than the rare breed's going to be.
It's blowing my brains out here, bro.
Dude, blind is best till you have to put up a video where you put Blanton's first. You know what I mean?
But Bland's is good.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, so is Elmer Teagley, I thought. You know?
I forgot to show you that comment today that someone was like commenting before watching. They're like, I'm going to guess the one that was, so it was A. They're like, Jack Daniels. I'm just guessing that's Elmer Teagley, and you guys are still somehow putting it past.
Can I just say that if my memory serves me correctly, I've got to give Sean props for.
How dare you?
I think.
Fucking damn it!
Pretty much always, he always puts early times first.
Jeremy does not know how this channel works. That is very clear. Okay, we don't ever give Sean props ever.
Has he ever not picked early times first in a blind?
No, I don't think you've ever put anything above early times.
Probably
have
not.
You?
Because everyone, and I've seen a bunch of you guys' stuff. I might not have seen every single video, but I've seen a lot of them. And everyone I've seen with early times that was a blind taste, or he fucking knocked that one right in first every time.
I was worried on that one.
Sean's the only reason we even probably own a bottle of early times.
The funny part is Dan also usually puts it in first, even though for the first year he talks shit about it.
Oh, he still does.
I do, but I can't. Like, I've just lost so much fucking credibility. It just doesn't even matter anymore, dude. So I've had one illusion, whatever the fuck.
Illusione,
whatever the fuck they call those. I've had one.
Yeah. Because we talked about it the other day because I was talking cigars with a coworker and he was like, yeah, I get these ones. They're like $25 a stick. I was like, they must be Davidoffs. Like, I don't know anything that is really that expensive. I was like, Padron, maybe Davidoff. He goes, nope. They're like Illusiones. I was like, they're not that expensive.
I don't know if it's $25 one.
Dude, I don't know. Ripping him the fuck off.
What'd you say?
I think it's how do you pronounce it? I think it's Illusiones.
I know that it's obnoxious how they've decided to pronounce it.
It's illusion with an E. So,
yeah.
Illusione.
Yeah, it's something weird.
Brazil or wherever they do it. Dominican.
Well, they'd be Portuguese.
Well, I'm sure that
Brazil would be Portuguese. I don't know what they speak.
Dude, that's like the last name of the guys that cigar that you're smoking, Dan. Their last name, I think it's pronounced like Fahak.
Wait, in your video today, did you say fucky?
Dude, I think that's well, because their last name looks like Faki or Fucky or something. I'm like,
dude,
sure I pronounced that incorrectly.
I'm sitting in my living room with Ricky. Ricky's got Luna. I got Holden. We're playing Fortnite. I'm watching it, and I'm sitting there, and you go,
you didn't watch that video with your kids. I said fuck like 13 times in that video.
We listened to Eminem. It's fine. So anyway, so we're sitting there, and you're like, I think it's from blah, blah, blah. Is it fucky? And I was like, wait. Hold on. And that's like, that is the greatest mispronunciation. Because like you said, who knows how to pronounce it?
Well, dude, it's like Fakih, or it's like Faki. I think it's Faki.
That's what you said. Yeah. Oh, it was good though. But I like the illusion I had. I didn't buy another one because I think it was like 14 or 15 bucks. And like Ligas are like 16 or 17. So you're competing at a high level in the set $16 range.
Yeah.
You know, somebody had commented on the video that I just posted. I wish I could remember his name, but I can't. And he had said
big time
that
don't remember his fans.
It's not that, man. It's just like
I have so many. I don't know.
No, it's not that. Like literally, I can't remember anybody's name. I am the worst with names. I have to like meet somebody 15 times before I remember their name. I'm just really horrible with names. I forget people's names that I know well. It's bad. But anyway, he had asked me like, that sounds like a great cigar, but that's a little rich for my blood. Because a lot of people don't like going into that 15 and above price range, right?
Dude, you get a one-time experience realistically
Right.
An hour.
For $15, you get it's one shot here.
Yeah.
So he was asking, and I think it's a good thing to do on the stream, like couple suggestions sub $10.
Sure.
Okay.
Because that's a more comfortable price range for most people for a cigar, right?
Yeah.
I think sub 10, there's a ton of great stuff out there.
Absolutely. It's like whiskey.
Yeah. I mean, sub 10,
at the cheap
fantastic.
end.
Right off the rip, the ones I suggested to him were that Southern Draw that I was just telling you about, because those are about 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Undercrown Shades or
So
Undercrown Maduros. I'm sorry, Undercrown Maduros, because I think those are what, 7?
They're
Right?
like 8 to 9 for us. Around
Seven,
here.
eight and change.
Sub 10, though, right?
Yeah.
That's why you gotta do that. I just got 5 of them for $4 each.
Don't try not to forget that, because somebody asked us what online sites to use, but you keep going on the train of thought you're on.
And I couldn't think of what the other one was I recommended. It was that one. And I think I said anything. Oh, New World. AJ Fernandez New World.
Oh, okay. My God. Dude, I still haven't seen one to try one. You mentioned, was it the New World Macanudo?
No, the Macanudo is another cigar brand. It's a New World Cameroon.
That's what it was. That is the one I'm trying to find. It's
like a green label. It's really good.
I couldn't find that place I went in Detroit had so many AJ Fernandez, like a fucking wall of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have that one, but I bought a few, dude. And now when I see his stuff, I just like, I don't think I've had an AJ I didn't like. So
yeah, I mean, that's like, oh man, how would I equate that in whiskey? Be like an Old Forester store pick at this point in time. It's like, it's worth that risk.
No, I would say I go Buffalo Trace store pick.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're cheaper usually. They're not, AJs usually aren't that expensive.
No, dude, those New Worlds, a lot of times you can get those for like $5 to $6 a stick.
Yeah.
The New Worlds, like some of his other, his like Ramoneones and stuff like that. Like those are kind of a little higher end ones. Those start getting a little more expensive, but a lot of like the whole New World series is like sub $6.
Sure.
Okay. I want to go back. Wade Bragg said Old Granddad 114 versus Old Forester 115. I don't.
So 1920.
Yeah, it'd be 1920. But it's 1920 hands down. I don't feel like that is a fair comparison.
It's not.
If you're gonna put
because Old Granddad's like a budget bourbon, right?
Yeah, if you're gonna put that against something, do like, I mean,
that's a $27. Here it's $27.
That's gonna be way more the like flavor profile of Old Granddad, like Rare Breed.
I feel like Rare Breed crushes it.
And still, I mean, they're around the same proof.
Well, price wise though,
but they're closer.
Price wise though, that's like Old Forester signature though, right?
Yeah.
Price wise, it would be like early times marked up $4. You know what I mean?
Or because I mean I know that's how much I pay for the 100 proof Old Forester here.
Yeah, I sent you that picture. I had an Old Forester 100 proof that was like a year and a half old that I killed the other day, and then I killed the 86 proof I have had for 7 years.
This does not want to stay lit in the middle anymore.
Well, it's been in your humidor for a day.
Yeah,
but I tell you what, I know people like adore the 114. It's just not my flavor profile. It's just not. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. It's a good value. Yeah. It's a damn good value, but
the Bourbon RN just asked me, have you ever had either of the Baca sticks from Roma? No, I have not.
Smash this.
Sorry. Although I like pretty much everything I've ever had from Roma Craft, so I'm sure it's delicious.
Timothy Miller said him and I were talking in a store the other day. We ran into each other in a store and we're having a little chat, and he was talking about cigars, and he's like, I kind of, I want to have like a whiskey and a cigar from time to time, but he's like, the ones that I've had, I think he had a Monte Cristo. He's like, the ones I've had, I don't get it. Like, I can't get behind it type thing. And I was like, dude, he likes 1776. I think it's sherry cask finish.
Okay.
Which tastes like cat piss.
And like used fireworks.
Yeah. It's sulfur. It tastes like sulfur in cat asshole.
Yeah. And I'm kind of opting in for the fireworks. No.
Yeah. It is sulfur.
Yeah.
In the worst way possible. So
that is the worst description I've ever heard of a whiskey, about sulfur, cat piss, and cat ass.
Like, do you know how you get to like the end of a cigar sometimes and get that like really earthy sulfur taste? Yeah. Like you get that in the whiskey.
But worse.
Yeah.
But
because it's in liquid form,
you know how
everywhere.
Cats spray when they get pissed?
Yeah.
A cat sprayed in the bottle. So we were talking about it, and the one day he was talking shit, and he's like, "This is so much better than Midwinters." I'm like, "You motherfucker, dude!" So we were talking shit, but anyways, we were sitting in the store the other day, and he mentioned that, and I go, "For the wild shit," because he does like wild shit, like off-profile whiskeys. I'm like, "For the wild shit you like, go pick up some fucking off-the-wall like Maduro dark-ass wrapper and try that." You're trying Monte Cristo is so fucking chill.
Yeah.
And you're liking these fucking crazy off the wall Dickles and fucking cat piss whiskeys.
Yeah.
Don't smoke. You can't smoke a Monte Cristo and cat piss.
All right. I want to catch up on a couple comments. Kevin Teabag with the old $5 said, "Thank you for convincing Mr. Siers." I'm just going to pronounce it wrong for the rest of my life now.
No, Siers is right.
No, Siers is right.
Siers is wrong.
Oh, fuck. Now I've got it burned in my mind the wrong way. No, shit.
Siers is correct.
I just signed up, as you should, for Epic Manship, not cheating on Dan and Sean.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you, man.
I gotta.
And then wait.
Nope.
I gotta say, this one's great because we were talking
Give it a cheers.
The lighting on Jeremy before. He was like, "My little white." I don't know. I look like washed out in the. Ben Eller said, "If Jeremy didn't have the tattoos and beard, he'd be as white as Sean." I now think Sean needs to grow a beard out and get a sleeve or two. I can't grow a beard.
You have to realize
he can just pull out his remote and change his fucking life.
You also have to realize if Sean and I could grow beards like Jeremy, we would both have them. Like, this isn't a lack of trying on our channel, okay? That's not the issue.
You can, man. You just got to stop shaving.
Buddy,
dude,
I promise neither of us can do it.
Nope.
I don't believe it.
I swear to God, I'll send you fucking pictures in 3 weeks. I'll look just this, but shittier.
We got to shoot. I got to shave it off.
No, every time we shoot and we look worse, we just say,
"Oh, God.
Jeremy told us we could do it, so here we are with one patch every 5 inches on our face."
I'll look just like this, but shittier.
You're pronouncing Davidoff wrong. It's pronounced a lot fancier. I guarantee it.
Davidoff.
It's Davidoff.
Sure.
Davidoff.
Sure. I heard money roll out of your mouth. That's all I heard. It was expensive.
They're super chill. I've only had one or two, but they're both really, really chill.
They're very chill cigars. They have a Nicaraguan one. Actually, it's a really good one. It's expensive, but it's really good. They have one called what's it called? It's got a silhouette of Churchill on it. I think it's called Late Night Hour.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they put those up on the Sprint.
Those were up on Sprint sale the other day.
$300 for the box.
That was a good one. I mean, it's still a smooth cigar. It's not like a punch you in the mouth kind of cigar, but it's really good. I had a couple of those and I really liked them.
All right. Well, this was asked to me, but I'll give it to you guys too. Makers 46 or early times, and I'm gonna have to say
how dare now. Sean's a super fan
fucking
of 46.
love Makers 46. Like that's a good one. Like. No matter what, even if I have early times with Maker 46, there'll be times that I'll grab the Maker 46. I just enjoy it. It's a good bottle.
Mediocre, yeah, definitely. Early times for sure. I think we all agree. Early times probably right.
Early times. I'd go early times. I'm not a huge Makers fan.
Early times is cheaper too.
Yeah, so. I like Makers. I'm not talking shit about it. I'm just not I don't find myself reaching for Makers very often.
I like it. It's a good, nice little like daily. That's my bougie daily, I guess. I should have put that in there. Yeah, it's a $40 bottle. It's kind of bougie for a daily.
It would be. That'd be a bougie daily. All
right. Brian Hamilton said, "Big fan of the early times now. Thanks to Sean for the recommendation. Thank you, sir."
The one thing he's been right about on this channel.
And Timothy Miller said, "Sean, you're a vampire. You don't matter." Thank you.
Appreciate you. He is a vampire. Literally, the one day we were both standing in front of a mirror getting fitted or something. And I was like, holy fucking shit, Sean's not here. And he was. It wasn't a lighting situation, let me tell you. So
it's just because you're so fat, you couldn't see me around you.
Now, here's the thing. Our new challenge coins, I'm skinny.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck did you pay to draw you skinny?
So we got our challenge coins made, and they got Cookie Cat chasing Sean and I. Cookie's giant behind us. And Sean and I running in front of Cookie Cat. And I have a bottle of whiskey in my hand. Sean's got a bag of pretzels in his hand. So the coin was... Like, obviously, we don't have a fucking picture of this. So I sent the cartoonist a picture of Sean and I standing next to each other and a picture of the cat. And I said, we want the cat to chase us. And so he sends this thing in. I send Sean the revision. I'm like, dude, this fucking looks pretty good. And he goes, how much did you, he said something like, how much did you pay him to make you that skinny? I said, I mean, I didn't correct it. But I mean, like we're going to leave it. I don't want to be nitpicky. You know what I mean? Like,
well, Jerry said, I'm putting a hurt on the Woodford.
It was full.
I'm actually like not.
Nope, it's full when he got here.
These glasses are deceptive. Like these are 7.5. I've probably been putting like a half ounce in there at a time, and then
there's 7 even.
7 even.
7.
So
even.
like I've probably been doing like a half ounce at a time.
I'm gonna tell you what, this fucking. I just had to lay to rest my favorite midwinters in the hut, and I don't have.
Is that the midwinter finished one? Oh no, that's just midwinter.
This is a 5 though.
Oh,
I don't have any.
Never had midwinters.
Oh my fucking.
What?
Never had it.
So I forgot we haven't talked about this yet, but me and Jeremy talked about this the other day. So we're all of us, like everybody, all of us here.
Everyone here.
We're moving to the old South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
No, why?
Yeah, we are.
Why?
Well, because Michigan blows.
Oh, I mean, it's not great.
Yeah, like weather-wise, right?
Yeah.
Like it's fucking 24 degrees out.
No, it's like 36.
Okay, I know, but it was 62 in here when you got here, and you said it's so cold. Remember?
So the problem is, like, when I get tired, my body just shuts down.
Sean's hands feel like fucking ice.
No, dude, look. Right now.
How? It's gotten colder
I
since
thin
you've
the
gotten
fuck
here.
out of my blood.
That's a good point. So Sean's always cold because he has the frame of literally an 8-year-old man.
The
You know what I mean?
shitty circulation. I should probably go to the doctor.
I said you're gonna die early. He goes,
There's
look around us.
There's like I can't remember what it's called, but there's like it's not like a disease or anything, but there's like a condition where you have like constricted blood vessels in your extremities. They just give you like it's not like a blood thinner, it's like a vasodilator.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like Viagra.
Kind of.
Just take Viagra.
Okay.
Just walk around all day.
What'd you say?
A huge rager, just all day long.
I'm telling you.
Don't act like you're out of
I'm telling you. Slapping your step, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we're moving to South Carolina because the weather's good like all year.
Hurricanes.
No. We're going to inland South Carolina.
Inland.
Not inland.
No. If you go to like the far western side of that state, they're far enough inland that even if a hurricane came on, it would be just
get a little windy.
They get like poisonous shit in there.
Really? What?
Snakes. Yeah.
I live in Florida. We have fucking alligators here.
No, you got a 2-step snake.
He's
you got the
basically in
cottonmouth.
Australia right now.
Yeah, we got cottonmouths. We have like alligators in the pond up the road. I mean,
dude, water moccasins. Oh, fuck that.
Brown recluse.
Yeah.
But we don't go near the water.
Yeah.
I got bit by a brown recluse, dude. That fucked me up for years.
What the fuck?
You don't know
for
that?
years.
Hold on.
Oh, Reynolds. That's what it is.
How are you still alive?
You don't generally die from a brown recluse. It
Only
fucks you up.
Like, let it go forever in a day. So like it bites
That's
you,
terrifying.
and then you get like this really necrotic skin around there.
Yeah, dude, check it out. Check it out. It was right here.
Dude, you should be dead.
It bit me right on my forehead. Bit me right on my forehead. I had like an open wound on my forehead that like would open back up every now and then for like years.
What the hell?
So it stops your like platelets from working, basically.
That's magic.
No, that's like venom.
Satan made that fucking stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
It's fucking big.
Magic.
I'm telling you right now. This is one of the reasons I'm scared of.
So John Hall said brown recluses are everywhere. Yeah, because of shipping lines, they get on like.
They're not here.
No, they are.
Not really. Not really though.
Yeah, they are.
You ever seen one in real life?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
In Midland?
I've never seen one.
Oh no. In Port Huron.
They're not in Midland.
We had a
never leave
rattlesnake in Port Huron
now.
too.
Really?
Because it came in on a pallet. Like
they're 4 people.
They're taking off like these big chunks of rubber, and like they like picked it up, and all of a sudden there's just a snake there, but it died because all the rubber shifted in transit. But it was like, fuck.
I tell you something else they have here that freaked me out the first time when I first moved here because other states I had lived in hadn't had it. Scorpions.
Oh yeah,
they're weird little fuckers.
My brother went down to Florida after Katrina and was working like hurricane cleanup and shit. And so my brother,
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So he was on. So he used to do like precast construction and stuff like that. So he was on like a crane crew that was going through the river and like pulling shit out. And he was the only crazy person to like dive in the river, and he's rigging stuff up. And they were like, he's like, wait, why am I the only one going in? They're like, you're the only one that'll break the water moccasins. And he's like, huh? He's like, oh yeah, they bite you, you die. He was like, oh, fuck, I've been clubbing them.
See, water moccasins don't really bother me because generally they just go away.
Ugh.
Like I had a vlog that I did a while back where we were riding our bikes and there was one on the sidewalk.
Is that the vlog you titled "The Most Dangerous Sidewalk"?
Yeah.
I watched that shit. I saw that snake. I'm like, time to turn around.
If you don't live in Australia, you don't have the dangerous sidewalk.
Yeah.
Well, you should watch.
We're just riding our bikes, dude. Me and the wife on the beach cruisers, just getting a little outside time and big ass water moccasin like that, big around on the sidewalk.
There's a fucking video in like Queen Victoria Island where they're like people are like just going along, riding their bikes, basically the same. They might have been in a car, and there's just a king cobra going down the road. It's just like, what's up,
dude? I swear to God, there are probably 5 fucking places in the world that you're not supposed to live. The
Australia.
Ocean's one of them.
The ocean's for sure one.
You're not supposed to live in the ocean.
We shipped convicts to Australia.
Now, Australia is a hot number 2.
Dude.
Right? Florida not only has the animal aspect, you got people eating people's faces aspect.
Yeah. That's
dude, that happened like one time with some dude with bath salts.
Dude, hear me out. From somebody who's from Michigan. If I see a wild ass off the wall news article, I go, I guarantee it was Florida. It is every time.
Sorry,
we
missed
out. Okay, we are the home of the Florida man headline. I'll give you that.
We'll come back to that. I just want to say, Nate Russell, he said, I love 1920 and Rare Breed, but I'll take Knob Creek Single Barrel over them every day. Dude, I feel like you own all those. Like
what?
1920 Rare Breed, he said he takes Knob Creek Single Barrel.
Dude, those are what we call pillars.
Yeah.
Those are pillars. Whiskey pillars.
Those hold up the whiskey world. Like, those are always fallback, good fucking bottles. So
I think they're all good, but I have to respectfully disagree with Knob Creek over top of those.
No, I wouldn't say over top of them.
Not for us personally.
Wait, he feels his.
Yeah, he like
what? Nate Russell, how dare you come into this chat?
Okay,
how dare you, sir?
Rhode Island did one that we didn't read.
Oh well, I'll go
back. Can you find it?
I'll find it. But the
can you read that one?
Dave off Year the Rat knocked me on my ass. I missed that one. That was Grant Hartwig. Year the Rat.
Keep scrolling up.
That must be a good one.
That sounds like a Liga. Here, that was it. That was the one.
Well, what happened?
That was the one. We got a new super chat, so it bounces you.
Rhode Island bourbon enthusiast. My neighbor just walked in, seen Jeremy on TV, and said, "Who's the old guy?"
Taylor, my buddy from, I think it's Taylor that does it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Taylor. He calls me Old Father Time because of the beard and whatnot. Because Taylor, I think, is like 29.
Oh, well, we've got people that are opening us up to South Carolina. Nick McCormick said, South Carolina in here. Come on down. We'd love to have you.
I'm telling you.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's the place, bro.
This was his idea, and I love, because I thought there's a place in which the weather meets where it levels.
It's not shitty. Yeah.
You don't. So now here, we don't deal with any fucking natural disasters outside of tornadoes.
Like one every
25 years. And a flood if you live near a river.
Yeah.
But if you don't, you don't flood.
Dude, in the last like 10 years, we've had our 100-year flood, we've had our 50-year flood, we've had our 25-year flood. Like, we just keep stacking them up. They're like, it'll be good soon.
You know where I live near a river?
No.
Unaffected.
Yeah.
So it's in inner South Carolina, better weather, we can make the most content ever, right? We can shoot B-roll all day, forever. And we have a lot of whiskey. Every time we talk on the phone, he's like, I've never had that. I'm like, motherfucker.
Holy shit. Could you imagine transporting all this?
That'd be a nightmare.
That actually is the one reason now that it would be a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
But see, South Carolina, to me, it's far enough north to where you get a little bit of season change, right? So it's not just hot all the time like it is in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
But it's far enough south to where it's not miserable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you get a couple months of cold weather and then it starts warming back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the colds. Oh, I only did 3 of my words you shouldn't live.
Oh, okay. What was your
ocean?
Northern Canada.
Oh.
Not for humans.
You mean Antarctica?
Basically. 5th place, and it's local-ish. The fucking UP.
Oh.
You're not supposed to live there.
Mountain men.
You're not supposed to live in the UP.
I've traveled across the land to give you my seed.
I'm telling you right now, the UP is like Northern Canada, south of Canada.
Yeah. Okay. I bet you. Have you heard of those?
You guys should check out American Viking cigars. I've read that because I think it's on Cigar Sprint sale.
Okay.
But I've never had one or seen one in person. Whiskey Crusaders did tag us and say, thanks for having us on the other night. Thanks for being on the other night.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the Scotch samples, obviously.
It killed me, but we're good.
Yeah, Sean died the next day. Yeah. I woke up, I'm like, dude, I've had 1 cup of coffee. I'm on my second.
No, you said 2 cups of coffee.
I was on my second. I was on my second. Had a water. I felt fucking amazing.
I said, I've had a water, a coffee,
and then
a Cliff Bar, and I'm dying.
I'm like, we got to pack about 4 billion coffee orders. Sean's like, Not today, Chief. And then I
tomorrow.
didn't hear from Sean for 8 hours, and I'm like, he might have died.
I want a puppy though.
Speaking of coffee, you need to immediately go to Amazon and buy one of those kegs, the nitro cold brew kegs.
They're cool.
It's just delicious.
Videos and stuff. I love the idea because in town, I go and get Starbucks nitro cold brew. You know what I mean?
Just in your fucking refrigerator. Yeah. You don't have to pay $8 a glass for it or whatever it is at Starbucks.
Yeah.
And you can mix it with, you can make the cold brew out of whatever coffee you want, not just the shit that Starbucks sells.
Which I like that part a lot.
You just get a keg later.
Dude, that's what I said in this video this week. Imagine, I got some down there brewing.
Yeah.
Imagine if you would. Oak and Bond, whiskey barrel aged coffee, cold brew, and a nitro. So you're getting the whiskey flavors and the coffee flavors. Imagine how good that would be with a cigar. Come on.
So
wait, you got some more coffee, right?
He doesn't know this. I told him I was going to send him some.
Oh, I thought you. My bad.
It's on the way.
Some of our coffee's on your way. You should make some.
I will.
I sent you a package out today, and the lady, awesome. She was not pleased with me. But that's
and showed up with 50 boxes.
How else do you want me to get mail across the country?
That was like when Dan walked in there, was like, "Hey, I'm shipping 90 packages. I need 90 boxes." She's like, "Here's 25."
Yeah, she did not give me 90.
Okay.
Today I walked in with one box, which was great because their expectation was this normal man. Now they know my name.
Yeah.
So it's fine because I know
they know your address too really well.
So I know them, but I walk in, I go, I need to ship 30 of these today. And she looked at me and she was like, oh. But we did it. But one of those boxes was there's what's in there? There's a thing of the Oak and Bond we did. There's a sample of every Whistle Pig we have here except the farm stock.
Dude. Okay, continue. Sorry. Go ahead.
So I think there's 4 Whistle Pig samples in there. It looks so close. And then there's one of each of the Alec Bradley cigars that Alec helped us obtain.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Allowed to say.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is I'm gonna make some cold brew nitro with y'all's coffee. Greatly appreciate the package, by the way. I'm gonna make some of that.
My bad.
And
it's fine.
We're gonna have a little call. We're going to go over the cold brew with some cigars, but we're going to have to do another live stream where I'm not going to taste those Whistle Pigs.
Yeah, we got to do this on a live.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Here's the fucking thing, dude.
I fucking hate Whistle Pig.
Oh, this is why there are 4 Whistle Pig samples in that.
But me and Dan were talking the other day, and I said, I've only tried the 10-year, and I think it is an abomination for $80 or $90, whatever it is. The fact that they're charging that much money for that bottled liquid moss grass bullshit is the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
The word abomination is one of the most incredible descriptors of all fucking time when it comes to whiskey.
Abomination. If it was a $10 whiskey, it wouldn't be an abomination. But for $80, that's a goddamn hate crime. Okay. It's a crime against humanity. It's horrible that bottle cost $80 and it tastes the way it does. But here's the thing. I don't think I can't say I've been hating on Whistle Pig across the board. And that's an unfair thing for me to do because just because that bottle sucks gigantic balls doesn't mean all of their bottles do. So to be fair, I've got to give some more of their stuff a fair shake.
So what we're talking about is, and I don't know if I think it's the same for you, but I don't know.
Okay.
The normal 10-year outside of Piggy, I didn't send you Piggyback.
You don't want that.
Fuck Piggy. So anyways, outside of Piggyback, the normal 10-year is the worst one. In my opinion. The non-store pick is the worst one.
Yeah.
Outside of Piggyback.
Yeah.
Piggyback is
$60 of bullshit.
That is rough, man. I'm going to be honest. That is what I think I
get what they're trying to do.
We talked about this the other day, and you and me feel the exact same way about this. So when we were talking about it, I'm like, no. The people over at Whistle Pig are some of the most amazing people in the industry that we met. And we met a shit ton of them.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody said that about Hitler.
Now here's the thing.
Holy fuck.
I'm sure somebody.
All right, and then we'll see you guys next.
I'm sure somebody knew him early in life before he did all the bad shit and was like, he seemed like a nice guy. That doesn't mean he was not a horrible person. Okay. Just because some of the Whistle Pig people are nice people doesn't mean their fucking whiskey doesn't suck for $80.
So Brent Borba said, tired of the cold in Michigan, move to Fresno. 100-degree all summer. The meth and earthquakes are just a bonus.
I'm
just saying.
I like that we jump from I don't like their whiskey to I bet that one of the
Nazi
worst
Germany.
human beings in history wasn't some people liked him.
Nate Russell said he moved.
Somebody had to like him, right? Just because he was the worst person in human history, which don't get me wrong, he
a lot of people
was.
liked him. A lot of people liked him.
Read that.
Right.
Nate Russell. I'm gonna read it out loud.
Well, sometimes you don't want me to do that, and it's safer if I don't.
Okay.
It's safer if I don't.
I got that,
That's
but
fair,
like,
right?
I seen you sounding shit out, so just read it. Oh, damn it.
Moved from X place to other place with 175 bottles. I remembered a lot of this off the top of my head.
Texas to Georgia with 175 bottles.
That stayed with me while everything else went with the movers. I completely understand that thought
That's
process.
a fuck time. And then Brian Gillespie with a $5 super chat said, cheers, brothers. Finishing the Booker's 30th. God damn, is that a drink?
Brian Gillespie.
Got
okay, here's the thing. Brian Gillespie is a fucking legend, right? So I feel
of course he is.
I feel like we should be pronouncing his name. Is it Gillespie? Is it Gillespie?
Dude, Brian Gillespie. Dude, that's his new nickname is Gillette because that's what that reminds me of.
The best that we can get, yeah.
He is among the best you can get, dude. That motherfucker is awesome. So
he is.
Because we haven't really said it, even though we've mentioned it. Jeremy started a Patreon about fucking time, and you should go check it out. It's patreon.com/Jeremy Siers specifically.
Thank you, sir.
Nailed the pronunciation, dude.
This is
nailed both of them. I felt the pain of you trying to say Jeremy. It was very
literally. I have to pause before I get to it, dude.
Jeremy.
So, Whiskey Crusaders. It must be Matt. He said, moving whiskey is a total pain in the arse. You don't want to do it. Thanks again. Cheers. He has got a lot of bottles of whiskey. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
A lot.
A painful amount of liquor inside that home.
Oh, yeah. A small bunker's worth.
Grant said, preach, Jeremy. And then Andrew Holman, like Digimon, dude, said, well, that escalated quickly. Keith Schmidt said, invite Jeremy to the Whistle Pig Distillery with
dude,
you.
I tell you what, when you see the people that are there and like everything is like it, they really preach the whole like farm to bottle type of like community that they have there. Everything's hand bottled. There are people just out there that they're ripping out the labels. They're all putting them on. It's hand filled, everything. Like all those people, cool as shit. We went down there at like what, 10:30 at night, and we're talking to maybe later.
I don't know, but I forgot about that.
We went down there like late at night, and it was just two guys working, and they were producing like White Dog.
Yeah,
and they were just like, "Hey, you guys just want to try some?
And you want to hang out?
Yeah,
we'll just fucking
we sat
chat
down there
to you
for
while
like
we do
45 minutes and just sat there and talked. And they were awesome fucking people. Everyone there were just the nicest people in the world. Like you talk about Southern hospitality, Vermont's got it somehow. They're not Southern, but they have all the hospitality in the world.
But here's the thing. Now, to Jeremy's point about Hitler and being a supporter of Hitler.
No, I can't say.
Whoa. Hold on. Fucking hold the damn phone. Okay, hold. Jeremy did not say anything about that. No, let's not get that out on the internet. Okay, absolutely not.
No,
okay,
but to his point,
just for the record, horrible person, horrible person. I'm just making the point that I'm sure his mom liked him. I'm sure his friends thought he was a great guy.
He's an orphan.
Well, right. No. What you're saying, the point you're making is just because they're really nice people doesn't mean they make good whiskey worth $80.
Yes.
It's so much more fun to say that you're
mean I condone millions of people being killed.
Yeah. What's our thoughts on Jefferson Ocean? I like the calf strength.
Not good. There we go. We got it out.
It's very gimmicky.
No,
it's pretty gimmicky.
It's silly.
The calf
it's
strength
overpriced.
yeah, Like $80, I think, is what the cask strength is. Is that right?
Know. Oh, no. The normal's 80, buddy.
Oh.
The cask is 100 to 115 range. Our minimum's like 105 or 110.
It's overpriced.
Yeah, it's too much money. And here's the problem. There are very few Jeffersons that are good. So Jefferson's contract distills, which means they came up with like a mash bill and this whole thing.
They're just aging at that point in time. They're putting it in their ships and letting it go around.
But it's different than sourcing because so if Sean and I were a craft distillery and we decided to source from MGP, that's still MGP that made all of it, made all the decisions. We just bought it from MGP. Jefferson's contract distills, which means they're getting the whiskey. Somebody else distills it based on what Jefferson says, and then Jefferson's receives it and ages it. So
Daniel Brown said everything is grain to glass. Well, yeah, but they have a huge ass fucking rye farm that they're trying. Like that's what the piggyback is. That's their own shit from their farm that they're mixing in with.
No, I think you're thinking farm stock, buddy.
Oh wait, what did I say?
Piggyback? Piggyback.
Yeah, farm stock is their stuff. So
farm stock, yeah.
Dude, farm stock? Now, I also don't
third or fourth one.
That's right over there. And honestly, I had
it's getting better.
I got somebody when I walked into the store, I got blinded with it. I'm like, damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, if it was $40 to $50, the farm stock would be a buy all the time.
So
it's like 75 though.
That's what I mean when they're trying to go like grain to glass there, that they're literally growing it on their own land. They're doing all the milling and everything. Like it is 100% all their shit.
The farm stock?
Yeah.
It's 50% all their shit.
Well, they're trying to get to 100%.
That is
shit.
that. There you go. That's very important.
Basically, like 2%
all their shit, 100% tastes like dick.
Yeah.
Like that's the situation. I'm hoping. Here's the thing. Because they're good people, I'm hoping that the bottles you send me prove me wrong and I change my opinion. I want
our picks are good.
I want to like it.
This is what I'm really interested. I think that I wrote on the top of I put stickers on top of the sample bottles.
This is the first one, right? 71 was ours.
Yeah.
No.
So I put stickers on top of the sample bottles, and all I said was like store pick 1, store pick 2, because I sent you 2 store picks. And I put 12 year and 15 year, 12 year and 15 year on there. So I didn't put prices or anything like that on there. I genuinely think that you'll like at least 1 and maybe 2 of the 4.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if you think any of them are worth any of the amount of money that they're charging.
I bet he likes that one.
I think he'll like that one or that one. One of those two.
You'll have to like one of them. Yeah.
Right there.
Here's the other problem though, right? Is even if they are not the bottle of liquid garbage that 10 year is, how much?
Oh, fuck you. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. My sweetheart.
I mean, dude, that whiskey pissed me off so bad I almost broke the bottle.
Now,
we tried to do that with Bland's ones.
Oh, shit.
Here, the thing is, if I would have, like I said, if I would have paid $20 for it, I would have been like, okay, it's not my thing, whatever. But I mean, if you're charging a premium $80, $90, $100 for a bottle, that shit better be good.
Yeah. They're considered a luxury brand is what
they'll tell you that when you go there. They'll tell you.
That's their price.
But well, apparently people with luxury don't have fucking taste buds because that shit tastes like ass.
Okay. Michael Fontaine said, what cigar do you recommend with, it's with peated Scotch? Man.
Did you read the other ones? You didn't read the other ones. You missed some.
Oh, I did. Miguel Malave said, "Hail, Jeremy, lol."
I think he said hell.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, he said hail. He said that Jeremy made the arm motion, which is crazy.
I did it.
He walked away from
and then we go into Phil Johnson.
I think he's speaking German. How weird is that?
God damn it.
Dude, the best part
is $900 audio. I can't fucking hear him.
The best part is I know he listens to your Mom House podcast and Rogan and all these other podcasts I listen to. Tom Segura.
Mama's is good.
Tom Segura on there constantly say the worst shit in the fucking world.
Oh, yeah.
But you also know that they're joking. They're not.
They're comedians.
They're not terrible human beings. Yeah. So, needless to say.
You're going to go to a
comedy show
and get upset?
That makes it more fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crystalia. Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
We just watched a new one. Gabby hates him. Fucking love it.
What?
She doesn't like Crystalia.
This is how I know she's not a good person.
You're talking about I don't know.
Oh, I wish she was in chat. Gabby's not a good
She's
person.
bad with the puppy.
Text her right now.
Philip Johnson said, fellas, this comic relief is what we all needed during the Rona. Thanks for the live stream. Much needed. Man,
just to prove you I'm not full of shit, this is how much is missing out of this bottle that I've had for like 6. I took one drink out of it and was like, this shit is fucking horrible. I'm going to taste it again.
A couple, like no. We have a couple bottles that are like not.
Oh, for sure, we got situations like that.
Yeah,
they're called Dickel.
Okay, so back to Michael Fontaine.
What cigar? Because if for some reason anybody who ever works at Whistle Pig happens to see this for whatever reason, they're going to be like, "Oh my god, that guy's such an asshole." Here's the deal. I hope.
Oh, he said different.
You changed it.
Yeah,
I changed it because it
had to.
It had to. It's a thing. It's happening. I feel it taking over. It's bad. So I hope that my opinion has changed. I don't want to hate a brand like that. Okay, especially if they're all about like hand labeling and made. I love all that stuff.
Awesome company.
But man, they've got to. If you're going to charge that kind of money for a whiskey, you got to bring the heat. And I'm giving it another try. I haven't tasted it in a long time. I poured a little in this glass to see if my opinion holds true.
I can tell you right now, I don't think it's worth $80.
All right. Well, Jeremy, I got 2 questions for you from the chat. First one, probably way easier. How long have you been growing your beard?
3 minutes.
It's not really that easy because.
How long has it taken to get where you maintain it now?
It's hard to say, right? Because the thing is, I grew it and kept it a lot shorter for a long time. And then I started growing it at some point, and I don't really remember when that was. I want to say, how long would it put it this way? If I shaved my beard,
that's what I'm saying. How long would it take?
If I shaved it off and I started from scratch, this would probably take me a couple years for it to get all one length the way that it is. Because when it first starts to grow out, you get like the underside longer. Yeah, and you get so it would probably take a couple years. But at this point, I take about an inch off of it every 4 or 5 months because the end gets all crusty and split and nasty.
Jesus Christ. All right, next question. What cigar do you recommend with a peated Scotch?
I got it.
Here, the thing about that, I almost said it. The thing about that is I have not found a cigar that I love with peated Scotch yet. I like cigars bourbon better in general. Okay. But it's got to be a hefty cigar, because if you're drinking something like Ardbeg, and I've said this in videos before, you smoke like a Davidoff or a Connecticut of some nature with an Ardbeg, and
you're going to get wrecked.
Well, it's going to taste like air because the Ardbeg's so strong in comparison to the cigar. You're going to have like a pretty stout cigar. I feel like maybe those Ligas might hold up good too.
I was going to say, if you get something that like you get to that like really sulfury point on something that's really earthy, that's
right.
What you need.
You know what I like with peated Scotch, and I've had probably 2 weeks
ago. I thought
ago,
this would do it. It didn't.
The Undercrown Maduro with not like an Octomore, but maybe like something like in the 48% range, like proof wise, or ABV wise, but like a Noah or something like that.
Offerman?
Yeah, something like like a Lagavulin. Most of that stuff's like under 50.
See,
but like I had an Ardbeg Anoa with.
Oh God, he tried it.
That's what it looks like when I drink Dickel, dude. Here we are.
Here, I almost thought I was going to give it a second shot, right? Because when it first hit the palate, it had kind of a sweetness to it. And I was like, oh, okay, wait, maybe I am giving this shit too hard of a way to go. The second I swallowed and air hit it, it went to tasting just like grass. It just tastes like mossy, grassy, shitty, not good whiskey.
Fuck me running.
I had some.
Smelled that.
I had some and I poured some for him.
Okay.
Yep. Fan of it. We don't even have a normal tenure.
No, we don't.
And you know what? We were allowed to drink. We were allowed to drink all the tenure we wanted at the farm.
You know how we feel about the store picks of Weller Full Proof? I would do the exact opposite with a Whistle Pig. Get the store picks. I mean, I feel like the store picks are normally. I mean, we got 4 here. right? 3 or 4?
No, we only have 2. No, I only have 2.
We have 3.
Well, okay, we have both of our picks that aren't open.
Yeah, we got the 2 picks that we have, and then we have the A and B.
No, these are all samples from.
Okay. We've got a couple here that we can drink, but I think all of them are above what the normal offering gives.
I don't think the normal one's good, man.
No, I don't think the normal one, like you're saying, it's not an $80 bottle. I would gladly pay $90 to $100 for these picks, though.
The store picks are supposed to be around $95.
They're good,
but they're barrel.
Sorry to interrupt. I'll be back. I'm gonna go downstairs and lick my Boston Terrier's ass to get this taste out of my mouth real quick. Hold on.
The 90-pound one, yeah.
Timothy Miller said, "Quit talking shit about my favorite juice." Listen, buddy, Dickel is garbage. He did a bottle chug on video and said, "Find me a better daily" or some shit like that. I'm like, anything ever? Anything.
I gotta come back to this. It's Brian Niemiec. Henry McKenna 10-year for $87 at my local store in San Diego, California, which apparently is the actual Wild Wild West of fucking whiskey pricing. Do I pull the trigger like Hitler?
Do I pull the trigger?
No, you don't. No, Brian.
No.
Fuck no.
Hell no.
That is a. I'd 40.
50 and under.
45 is probably where I draw a hard line on.
50 and under.
No, 45.
No, because here's the thing. If you get one of the good ones, amazing.
You've had one.
I've had one of them was like this one won the San Francisco fucking awards.
Probably put those things they put in the gerbil cages where it gets turned upside down, and he just did that. The entire bottle gone.
I killed that shit. I don't regret an ounce of it.
That was you brought that back, and you're like, dude, you should try this. There was this much of it. It's like, I guess
this is back when here it was like $32.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going to 40 yet here.
Jeremy's pouring whistle pig. 999.
Oh my God, dude! What have I done with the reference?
Yeah, Brian, do not pay $87 for McKenna. You are missing nothing.
Oh, what did Brandon say? Hold on, we got to talk about Sagamore. That right there because it's a special Sagamore. But Brandon said something about
make it focus. Shitty camera.
It's just yeah. That lens only costs as much as our whole setup.
Yeah.
Anyways, so look at that.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's got fiddly bits.
Fiddly bits.
It's a store pick Sagamore rye.
No shit.
At what is that? 110 proof.
So it's barrel strength.
It's within a proof of our barrel proof.
With 110, I think.
Yeah. Ours is 111, I think.
Okay.
Or something. And that's 110.
That's a good fucking question.
What did Brandon said something about Booker's going up in price again?
99.
Fuck you though,
dude. Booker's is overpriced at
110.
110.
I think ours is probably
ours is 111. Because when he was buying that, I was like, I didn't even know they did
the Sagamore cast strength is so much above the regular Sagamore,
and that's a 110. You're talking within a proof.
Yeah.
Worst case within a proof.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that was aggressive.
Oh shit, man.
That one coming out hot, full send on the big pour there.
So Ryan Parker said the BJ's Whistle Pig store pick has gotten better with time. Wasn't a huge fan at first. Listen,
gotta unpack a little bit.
You want to know what's interesting? Did you try?
I'm literally drinking right now, and it is so fucking good.
Did you try this
is tropical.
Sean and I agreed on that, by the way, which doesn't happen
often.
But did you try the non-chill filtered out of the barrel one that Jeff had 7 months later?
Oh no. 7 months later? No.
Yeah. So when I
tried it then.
You know when I tried it? I went and tried it the
night that I didn't show up.
Yeah. So because Jeff was like, dude, I only got this tiny bit left. And I'm like, can I just try it? Because we have this. I know what this is like.
Wait. Jeremy, did you have dreads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold chains and fucking wife beaters, dude.
Hey, I just found that redeeming quality of Whistle Pig.
Wait. You were like, oh my God. What the fuck's his name? Spring Breakers. What the fuck is his name? You had fucking dreads and chains, huh?
No, I didn't really have chain. I always wear a chain. It's a good luck charm.
Okay.
I always wear it under my clothes.
Yeah. Oh, you've shown us that before. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's something a relative game to me when I was young, and I've always it's like a good luck charm at this point. I don't ever take it off, but
I don't dreads.
I don't wear it dreads. I did have though.
Oh, why?
I don't know. You know, it's funny. I went through the police academy and I did very paramilitary type stuff, had the shaved head and stuff.
That's why I'm thinking, why the hell did you have dreads?
Well, then when I decided to go a different route with my career and I didn't have to shave every day and all that stuff, I just stopped. That's when I started growing my beard. I stopped cutting my hair. I let my hair grow out and I said, fuck it. Why not?
I get it. I mean, if I could,
here's the thing. If I get much older, it's all going to fall out. So I might as well like do it once because you only live one time.
Yeah. These widow pigs aren't getting any fucking shower. Let's just
keep going further and further back, man.
Yep. I'm destined for that life.
Mine's starting to connect and I'm going to have the hair island, I think, where you get
that's what I told them. I was like, my widow peaks aren't getting any better.
Oh shit. Yeah, man. So
that's why Dan died at 30.
Oh, but what I said, I want to make sure Dan was back.
Yeah.
I found a redeeming quality of Whistle Pig.
Sat.
After you drink it, every other whiskey, literally anything, tastes like liquid angels and unicorns. Okay. Like that Sagamore tastes better than any other whiskey I've ever had in my life following up that fucking bottle of liquid garbage.
This one that I'm literally tasting right now is like so tropical. It's literally like pineapple, mango, deliciousness.
What is that?
Our store pick.
Of?
Whistle Pig.
Get the fuck out of here.
You're going to love it.
What, is it the 10-year?
Nope. It's 15 years old.
10-year. It's labeled as a 10-year because that's what it's, I mean, that's what their barrel pick is 10 years, but it is a 15-year barrel.
Well, like I said, I hope that I can stop talking shit about them because I don't like dishing on brands. You know, on my channel, how many times have you ever heard me like dish on somebody? I would prefer not to if I can, but I also feel obligated to be honest about the fact that for that price, that shit is horrible. So I hope my opinion gets changed.
Yeah. Dude, so we've got the two picks. They're wildly inverse of each other.
They're very different.
Yeah, they are very different. This one
really well, the problem is their source, like when you go do their pick, you can pick barrels from different sources from them.
Yeah.
So you could pick an MGP in Alberta or a Hiram Walker. And so their picks can be so different because they're literally different barrels at different ages, sourced from different places. Like it's very, very different.
All right. You have a chat in there, Jeremy. It says Timothy Miller says he'll send you a blind sample with Boss Hogg in it, and he has a new one, the Samurai
Scientist.
Yeah, which I have not got to try yet, but apparently is very good.
For the price that they charge for that Boss Hogg, that stuff better be good.
Well, so here's the thing. I've had it. Wouldn't say I'd pay $500 for it, but it was good.
We also got tried the 18 on that trip. Oh. The 18, I think, blew the doors off it. I haven't tried
blew the doors off 5 for sure.
Yeah,
I agree.
The Spirit of Mauve was 5, and I think the 18 shit stomped it.
ADHD Whiskey said, I gave up on life, stopped shaving, showering, and dieting after marriage. Listen, dude. I want I see the problem is I can't let my wife think I'm uglier than I already am, right? So I gotta try to keep
back to Fat Dan.
I gotta keep something to fucking gather. You know,
so the problem was
you gotta keep it on the rails.
When you were Fat Dan, you were Strong Dan.
Oh,
so if you go back to Fat,
dude,
Fat
I was hefty, but I mean I was not a fucking weak person. Now here's the deal. If I get back to Fat Dan today, drastically weaker.
Someone asked for like your lifts on because they were like,
I know I corrected your bullshit fucking.
Was that close?
You're pretty close.
How far
you gave me a lot of extra credit on that squat.
Did I?
About 20 pounds.
Oh, my bad.
No, I mean it was great. I was like, yeah, that would definitely squatted that. You're like 637. I'm like 617. Anyway,
I gave you 638. Was it 618? Okay.
I remember anything in the 6s is
okay. So kilos are fucking weird.
What'd you say, Jeremy?
Anything in the 6s is beast mode.
I wasn't mad about it, you know.
Yeah. I mean that's strong, bro. If you're squatting in the 6s,
I was very happy.
Over 5, you're crazy strong.
I was very happy about that squat.
Listen, if you walk into any public gym and you see someone squatting 405, you're like, oh, that person's
if I
pretty
walked
strong.
into the gym,
exactly,
dude. Oh my gosh! If I walked in the gym now, saw somebody squatting 600 pounds, I'd be like, that's a strong motherfucker.
Yeah,
right there. And I did that. But I would look at it like, holy shit, that's a lot of weight, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, needless to say. Do you think the Whistle Pig tastes like chitlins with a side of raw collards? I'm assuming he means the greens.
Collard greens.
Here's the thing.
It's a southern thing.
To me, that's insulting to collards. Because I like a good collard green. I'm from the South. Chitlins taste like pig shit. And that's exactly what that fucking chitlins is, an accurate statement of what that stuff tastes like.
That's
Chitlins that have not been washed well.
Wait. Vode said 150 for Woodford Reserve Masters Reserve 2019. Which one's that?
Kevin, what the fuck that's Kevin. What does that mean,
fuck.
Kevin?
Yeah, which one is that, bud?
Kevin.
Is that the barrel proof?
What did they do in 2019? Will you read it to me one more time?
150 for Woodford Reserve Masters Reserve.
What the fuck are you talking about, Chief?
Dude, he drank way too much early.
Kevin, that is a fucking Woodford's Reserve Masters collection is what you're trying to get out of your mouth.
Oh my God, Grant Hardwick's trying to pay you a fucking homage here. He said Dan comes in at 220. He's not fat. Dan's not 220.
Well, right now I'm not close to 220.
I'd give you 238.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. We've known each other for 3,000 years, 4,000 years.
How much do you weigh?
Oh, it's not pretty. I woke up the other day.
252.
Mornings are usually better. Not 200.
No.
You're tall,
I'll end it. I'll cut a limb off.
So I got to see Dan go from like 220 to 260. You see it? Yeah. I said 270 once. He said, "Excuse me, never." He's got pictures. But
you want to know what's depressing when Google Photos goes, dude, I got a fat face when I'm skinny.
He wears it well.
Body wise, I'm fine, even a little heavier. My face, I put on 5 pounds. My face is like, there's that fucking triple chin bitch. So I woke up the other morning. I'm like, fuck, quarantine is bad because all I eat is fucking carbs now. Pizza.
Trevor Wilson just paying you some calories.
I know. I'm gonna read that. I read that one. I'm gonna read it out loud. But yeah, the other day I weighed myself at 242.
That's close.
Listen, you said 250.
I said 238. Bud.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But how tall are you?
6'2".
So see, I'm only 5'10", man. I weigh 200.
I'll never be a small person.
No, you were once in college.
In like really early college and high school, I was like
Dan at 185. I remember, I looked back through pictures the other day when you posted that shit ass picture of me.
Oh yeah,
I have some of you.
Oh, I got a lot. They're not great. Send them. I'll put them on Instagram.
All right.
No, I'll do it. Listen, I'll do it for me. Ricky just found that of you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this has to go.
He threw emo me up.
So somebody said, I didn't know Sean used to be goth. I was like, this is great because he wasn't, but this photo fucking kills it.
Yeah.
Sean used to have longer hair than I have right now.
Yeah.
I mean, we both did.
Oh, yeah. You had hedgehog hair, dude. His was below his shoulders.
Mine touched my shoulders.
Yeah.
Listen, I used to have a 6-pack.
Didn't we all?
But I was literally 158 pounds or something.
Dude, your wedding, I was fucking jacked. But I was not a big person. I'm still not a big person.
I was not jacked at my wedding.
No.
I didn't lift the weight of my life then.
No.
Nope. Not even a little.
I was about that cardio life.
Trev Wilson said, don't let your wife lie to you. You're beautiful. And if she doesn't think so, you know you can always have me. Dude, me and Trev are going to make the fuck out next time we see each other.
$69 for Bland's a good price. Dude, if
it won our whiskey war.
Yeah, $69 for Bland's is not that atrocious. It's 60 Estate Min.
If Sean and I saw Rock Hill Farms for $69, we'd rejoice.
We've done that.
Now that Blanton's fucking crushed it.
I'll still always buy right here. What?
Husky Dan living his best life. So here's the thing, Brian Niemiec.
Dude, Husky Dan was 270 living his best life.
Listen, I saw how fat I was at one point in time. And after living with being Husky Dan for 2 years.
Yeah.
After living with being Husky Dan for 2 years, I saw a video of myself that I was editing. And I thought, you can't be that fat. What's wrong with you? And then I thought to myself, why the fuck did nobody tell you were that fat?
We did every fucking day.
And then Sean's like, I've been telling you you're fat for years. I'm like, yeah, but you told me I was fat. I was like 190. So, like, it's not helpful. My scale of Sean telling me I'm fat is like Skinny Dan's fat. I have body dysmorphia. Skinny Dan's.
Everyone does.
Dude,
if he thought you were fat at 190, he probably thinks I'm morbidly obese.
Dude, no, because it doesn't transfer to other people. It would So at 198, I wouldn't take my shirt off in public. At 6'2". And now I'm like
skin and bone.
And now I'm like Like I literally sprint from my bed to my bathroom naked. So Ricky, I'm like, don't look.
Dude, I'm the fastest I ever been. Went to fucking Jamaica. I was like, don't give a fuck.
I am 5'10", 200 to 205, depending on whether I've taken a dump that day. And I will straight strut naked through the house and not give a fuck right in front of the window and like give it a couple pumps. I don't even care.
Hey,
I don't even care, bro. And I'm hairy too.
I've been ruined by someone. Someone at some point in my life fucking ruined that part of me. I don't know what it is.
Dude, Wade Bragg, when Dan steps on the scale and it screams, one guy at a time.
Dude, well, I did tell Ricky, I said, listen, because when I decided to lose weight was when I got hurt powerlifting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do this for like, we're talking like probably an extended period of time. And I told Ricky one day, I said, I can't be fat and weak. You don't get both.
No,
if you're going to be a big boy, you got to be fucking strong.
You do.
So I lost weight, and now I'm like weak and just getting fatter again. So it's not really working.
Me and my wife's been working out again. We have a pretty, I wouldn't say, a decent gym in the garage. Like everything you could possibly need to get a good workout in.
Yeah.
So I have no excuse. I just have to like walk out my door. But I haven't been doing it. But she's been out there getting after it, and I'm gonna get out there, man. As soon as I want to get a rower. As soon as the rowers get back in stock, I'm gonna get one because right now all I have is a tricycle, and that thing we talked about it on the chats before, man. That thing is just
that thing is damnation.
I've rode a bike. Like in high school, we used to have like nowhere near like the road bike.
Something like,
but yeah, we had something like that.
Like an old Aerodyne.
Thing. Yeah. It was like, dude, that sucks. The rower, oh fuck, dude, that'll beat the dick off you.
Here's the thing: there's the old rowers.
It's different.
I'm sorry, not the old rowers. The old Aerodynes, because my dad still has his Aerodyne.
Oh, yeah.
And when the first time I lost weight, I would go and do it's like interval
training.
Like
training.
It's basically HIIT training. Yeah. I would go do a form of HIIT training on there. And it was great because I could do the HIIT training for 10 minutes. And I'd be dead afterwards, but I could do it, right?
Yeah.
I cannot do HIIT training on the Rogue bike for 10 fucking minutes. Yeah. I will fucking die.
That's what
it's horrible.
Is you open the fan or
close
the fan.
Remember you can do intervals of, and I mean full tilt, going after it. Not this bullshit, like getting after it on that bike. If you could do intervals of that with battle ropes and not throw up, I'll put in with you, bro.
Dude, that's the thing. I told my wife, like,
you ever do battle ropes?
I'll go for less time. And I was like, you don't understand. It was like how hard I'm rowing. Ugh. It was like, we'll look at like calories. I'm like, I'll do less calories. But like mine, it'll show the graph. It's like, I have no fucking stamina on that thing. I just die. I was like,
dude, like a minute in.
Yeah, I was like, you want to compare the first 3 minutes? We're fucking good. You catch me in the last 10, we're good.
Have you ever trained with battle ropes?
I have not.
Those thick ass motherfuckers.
You whip. Yeah.
I look at people in the gym. I'm like, dumb.
Dude, you do that with the bike. Because the bike will get your arms worn out, and then you go over and you start doing the ropes, and that gets your upper body. You will throw up. Like I've never done.
100%.
Oh, also Kevin said the batch proof.
The batch proof is a hell of a lot better than most of their other stuff.
Yeah, like because someone asked us to do like the oat grain. I was like, I'm not paying for that.
You know what I think I would buy before I bought the batch proof? Woodford wheat. It's $35 or whatever, and it's not
Larceny barrel proof.
Larceny barrel proof's good. Yeah, Woodford batch proof's fun. It's not that it's bad. I just think it's just a lot of money for a barrel proof. Like, not that you can always find it, but you're telling me Stag Junior and Elijah Craig barrel proof and Larceny barrel proof and Rare Breed are all under $80 all the time.
Yeah.
If you find them ever in a store, they're probably under 80.
Well under.
I don't feel like you get a special whiskey.
And you're going to tell me, you're going to tell me the Woodford barrel proof is $130.
We've had a couple, and they're all pretty much underwhelming.
They would all be really good at the $60 to $70 price range, where all the other shit is. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
you get a cool bottle,
dude. You do get a cool bottle, so add 20. So I would
get a cool bottle, and I will say the mouthfeel. What's the thing that it's Bourbon Night does? What the fuck was that? Did you see that?
I just watched your lights flicker, and then you.
Well, dude, it did that, and my computer beeped like I lost power, and it came back. It was like, boom.
That was fucking, dude. The reaction made that fucking perfect.
Oh, and dude, I just heard like thunder outside. There's supposed to be like tornado warning. So if you see me Dorothy out the fucking window here in a second, then you'll just,
Bye.
But the what is it? The Bourbon Night, the
exceptional mouthfeel.
Exceptional mouthfeel. Yeah. It does have. It's some of the oiliest fucking whiskey ever.
It's a mouth experience, say it right.
I mean, dude, when you take a sip of that batch proof Woodford, it just instantly spreads and coats your entire mouth.
Every time. So we had it, we opened it, we didn't like it very much. We went back to it a few months later. We really liked it a lot, but the issue was, it's like, dude, why is this 1920 $60? Elijah Craig barrel proof $60. Stag Junior is 70-ish bucks.
There's so many good pillars of barrel proof whiskey that are
that aren't $130.
I think I feel better with that at like sub 100. So like 80 to 90.
I agree.
And that's the thing. It's their experimental series, and they're selling it for a premium.
Yeah. Well, the batch proof isn't experimental, right? That's like the same every year.
No, so the weird thing is the Masters Collection, so that fancy Woodford bottle.
Yep.
Right.
That's Woodford's experimental collection, but they added batch proof to it, and now they're continuing to release it annually, which makes it not a special fucking thing anymore.
Right. It's basically the same thing as Elijah Craig, but just not released as often.
Yeah, and the annoying part is, it's like, how are you gonna? You're going to put it in your experimental bottle. You're going to put the experimental price on it, but it's now a normal offering.
Charter Oak.
So now you're going to make me pour some of it because it's been a long time since I had.
No, I'm thinking, the Single Oak Project shit.
Buffalo Trace?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that shit is like rare and fuck.
Yeah, it is.
And every one of those is a different barrel and shit.
Yeah. There's 400.
So it's different, though. The Woodford thing's all fucky, is what we're saying.
I know. I don't like either of them, though.
You don't like the Single Oak Project?
Oh, I love it, but I don't like the pour.
Does a long pour not count if you start at the cup?
Though you cannot start at the cup.
Come on, that was good.
Sounds like you're pissing.
It did, didn't it?
It did. That sounds like Dan didn't mute his mic.
DC said, Thigh Master and Shake Weight will get you flexing.
Dude, that fucking made me laugh.
Holy shit. Chris Hot Buttery motherfucking rolls in here.
Lucky son bitch.
Make content, you son of a bitch. There we go. I had to say it, dude. Okay, we're gonna shut this down here pretty soon because I said 2 hours and I fucking meant it, dude. Here's the deal.
I have a puppy to go wake up.
Oh my fuck.
Can't wait.
Sean got a dog a day ago and he basically birthed the child yesterday. Like, that's how he's acting now.
He left his family, and we now have him a crate.
Yeah.
He don't like it.
My kids left my wife's vagina. And
Did you put him in a crate?
Yeah, and they didn't like that either.
It makes sense.
I put him on a wood.
I don't know, dude.
Oh. What's that?
It smells pretty fucking delicious. It's been a long time since I've had it.
We get rude overall. I'll take the bottle. You want to grab that for me?
Okay, here's the deal. I just drank Sean. Oh, that was the Single Oak, wasn't it? Yeah, I just grabbed it subconsciously.
Yeah. We haven't had that literally since we opened it.
Why is it so good? It's like the best Buffalo Trace store pick you could ever hope for.
Yeah,
is what it is.
I don't know, man. This Woodford smells pretty
good. What?
This Woodford smells pretty great.
So, which one?
This
batch
is
proof.
Okay,
because it is. What year? It is good whiskey. It's just the
year.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, I can tell you. Hold on.
Okay.
So we're gonna shut it down pretty soon. But that being said, check out Jeremy Siers' Patreon.
Do that. He's got some cool shit definitely in the works.
Yeah, and he's got fucking amazing content. And he just started Patreon, and he is like, I don't want to push it, so we'll fucking push it. So
he helped our shit a lot.
He's the best.
Like, you guys don't know, but Dan sucks his dick all the time.
Yeah, clearly.
And he tells,
where's the fucking year on it?
You got to do it by proof.
You got to do it by. It's like a Stag Junior. You can't.
25.8.
We could Google. We're gonna.
I have to Google it.
I'll Google it.
Google it.
But yeah, so there's that. Check out check out what's your website?
JeremySiers.com. Very creative.
There you go, dude. Well, it kind of fits the brand, you know what I mean?
Hey, we're bourbonjunkies.com, so I get it. Oh my God.
Yeah, and then check out bourbonjunk.com. So the rocks glasses and the frosteds are sold out. I was gonna say the coffee that's sold.
The coffee's hella gone.
The coins will be there in a week if there are any left after Patreon.
Yeah,
there will. I don't know if there's gonna be any. There will probably be some.
So if you guys don't know, we released everything, to Patreon first. So that's why the rock glasses are gone, the frosted are gone.
No, those went to everybody.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, those were just 2 weeks. Everybody can.
Well, the coffee is definitely gone because Patreons.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Yes. I had a glass this morning, and my wife was like, "Damn, that's good." I was like, "Damn right it is."
Here's the thing. So that's good. That's good. It basically, to me, tastes like amped up Woodford because I think that's what it is, right? It's just a normal Woodford at barrel, and that's what it tastes like. If you like Woodford, you're gonna like that.
What was the proof?
125.8, right?
That's gotta be 2018.
It's not the 19. Then.
2018. I think that's the one we have.
Is it?
It feels right.
It has exceptional mouthfeel.
Oof.
All of your typical Woodford flavors.
Yeah,
but turned up tenfold.
Yeah.
But I would have to agree that at that price tag, there are other barrel proofs out there that are as good or better for much cheaper.
How long have you had? Well, that's 2018. How long have you had that bottle open?
A while.
Okay. So ours, when we first opened it, we fucking hated it. Like a neck pour, we were like, damn, that is harsh. It feels like really stuffy. We didn't like it. No, we came back to it. I think I gave it to Dan like blind in the glass. He goes, oh, damn, that's good.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's a batch proof. Like it just had to unpack. And like what that has to be a year ago.
It was probably a year ago now, but it was probably 2 or 3 months after
that was when we really discovered how much like mostly barrel proof whiskeys really need to unpack.
Yep.
Like then you need to get it out of the neck. You need to let it flow a little bit. Get the air in there. Yeah.
It's out of the neck, and I've had it open for I'd say at least close to a year.
It's good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's been open for a while. But no, I mean, it's really good. For some reason tonight, I'm getting a lot of like red fruit and apples and everything I'm drinking. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe it's this cigar. Could have been when I ate for dinner. I don't know. But it's really good. But, you know, it is what, 140, 150 a bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the issue, man.
Well, not for Dan. Dan found that one for 65
or 69.
That's the most insane thing. I've never.
He walked into a little podunk place and they had it like just stickered on there for $65 or something like that.
For $65,
yeah, they ran it up. There was no like scanning it, and they were just like 65. Here you go. He was like, thank you.
The guy typed it in, and I fucking ran out the door after I bought it.
For 65. All fucking day, every day. It's because I mean, Woodford's a great product, right? Just their general Woodford, like it's a good standard bourbon.
Get double oak.
What?
Double oak is good, dude.
Oh, double oak is
the shit.
Double oak is one of my favorite all time whiskeys. Yeah, I haven't been giving it a lot of love lately because I've been, you know, I think it was the Whiskey Vault one time had talked about that. Somebody had said that Woodford came up as kind of a underutilized whiskey or whatever. And they're like, whatever, dude. Woodford's like one of the biggest brands. And they're like, yeah, it is. But a lot of people, when they get into whiskey, Woodford kind of gets pushed to the wayside because there's so many other. And it is a really double oaked is up there with some of the best, man. I mean, that is a good ass whiskey.
Yeah, double oak is fantastic.
We talked about like pillars tonight, and double oak is a huge like stepping stone for people. Like when you start into whiskey, you start with regular Woodford. You're like, all right, cool. You get that double oak, you're like, damn, there's a different layer.
That's
to whiskey.
Very different. Yeah,
there's levels to this shit.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
And I mean, it's $60 where we're at, so you're paying a little bit more, but you're getting so much more flavor and shit.
But
like
Woodford double oak might be the best. So if you're just getting into whiskey, you generally don't want a high proof.
No,
generally.
Double oak is pretty much what I almost always recommend to people if they're getting into whiskey.
Yeah, because
it's an approachable whiskey.
If you're getting into it and you want to bump up like price ranges, because here's the thing: if somebody says what bottle should I buy for $60, I'm just going to say Old Forester 1920 every time, right? So that's just gonna it's like a fucking default message. It's like it's consistent. It's $60. You get nice proof, but it's not overwhelming. It's fucking great whiskey.
Yeah, it's inviting.
But if you're new to whiskey and you don't want the proof, then double oaked is really nice and sweet and rich at a low proof at that price range.
Super sweet and rich. To me, it tastes just like maple pancakes.
Oh yeah, it's syrup.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it tastes like to me every time.
It's Aunt Jemima butter.
Andrew Holman said, Stag Jr. is approachable.
Yeah, it's approachable.
Yeah, Brian Nemiec.
We got to do.
I said it wrong like 19 times. He said, these live streams are dangerous. Watch, listen, drink, send super chat, and repeat. I will not get fooled again. Oh, wait. Damn it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, buddy. Thanks, everybody, for the super chat.
You know what we got to do before we get off here? I feel like it's a necessary thing is we got to do a pocket check.
A
pocket check? What the fuck's that?
Well, mine's not even in my pocket. It's on the fucking table, dude.
What you got?
We got the old
Benchmades.
We got the Bourbon Junkies Benchmades, dude.
I fucking love this knife with a passion.
What's that one?
Ooh, I like it.
That's cool as shit, man. What are the scales like a wood grain?
That looks like wood.
It's micarta.
What's micarta mean?
Micarta is I'm trying to think. I may say this incorrectly, but it's basically like it's made with different materials, but this is a canvas micarta, right?
Okay.
So it's canvas, and then they pour a resin in the canvas to make it into a hard material.
Sure.
That's cool.
One of my favorite handle materials because it patinas up kind of like as you use it and wear it, it gets like.
I know you like your patina.
I do. I love it. And but it's got a good grip. It has a good texture to it. It feels good in your hand. And this is a Jasper Voxnez and Blade HQ collaboration.
Action. Yeah, I play with mine so fucking much. Mine just fucking flips open now. Oh.
And look at this fucking beef box.
Holy shit. Jack Hawk 9000.
I just watched a review, I think, on that knife. That thing is a fucking monster.
Dude, listen. It's like clack. This thing.
I got a speed assist open.
Yeah. No, it's just a back flipper.
Okay. So my old EDC was a leak.
This is a Kershaw.
Yeah, so that one had the speed assist open. I fucking love that. Oh no, it's not quite. So it's a drop point. I thought it was like the Tonto style at first.
The Copper Natrix. This is a Copper Natrix XL. This thing is fucking huge.
XL.
And it weighs like probably 4 pounds. In the last pocket, hold on. I got one more on me.
What?
Why do you have so many knives?
Is that an old timer?
Well, this I did not have on me. This was on the table next to me.
Okay.
This I had on me. This I always carry two. So this is like my flipper, like, you know, and this is like I always usually carry a slip joint of some nature.
That looks like an old timer.
Dude, that's
called a Lion Steel Best Man. It's an Italian slip joint.
Jeez, Pete. Of course it is.
Oh God, listen to that action. It's stiff.
Dude, it's got
it's
got some walk and talk on it, buddy. That's got micarta on it too.
Dude, that's a nice looking knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're like a classic look.
Dude, here's the thing, and I've said it in videos before. The reason I carry slip joints a lot is because if you'd be surprised how many times you're out somewhere and you pull this out and people like, you know, people get weird, right? Even though it's just a pocket knife, people get weird about that.
Yeah.
So if you pull out a slip joint and get to doing the old, I mean, everybody's grandpa carried a slip joint, right?
Yeah.
So like, nobody gets intimidated by a slip joint.
Yeah.
I carried an old timer for years.
Right. So, you know, this is always good to have in your pocket for utility purposes. And this, in case you got to cut a motherfucker. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I have described a knife as like a fucking pen for years. It's a tool.
Well,
like it's not a weapon. Like
it's funny you say that.
It's a tool.
It's funny you say that because I just recently did an EDC video and I was talking about it. And I've had a lot of people from other countries say this, and this one guy said, why, or how did he say it? He said, where do you live that you feel like you have to carry a knife every day for protection? And I said, my response was, buddy, you got it all wrong. To me, a knife is just exactly what you said.
Yeah.
I said, a knife is a tool. I carry a knife to open boxes, cut thread or rope.
Yeah.
I take heads off my tripod with the back of knife. I mean, I use a tripod as a tool. I'm like, buddy, over here in fucking America, we carry guns for protection, buddy.
Yeah.
I don't bring a fucking knife to a gunfight, son.
That's why I had that leak. It's that like super sleek, really fine tip. I was like, this is a glorified letter opener.
Yeah.
Like, that's all that is I open boxes, I open letters, that's it. And then I got this, I was like, fuck, I remember what it's like to fucking carry a knife again.
Right. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I guess in a last ditch effort, if the shit hit the fan and you had to defend yourself with a knife, you could. But I don't know anybody who carries a knife for the purpose of self-defense. They carry it as a pocket knife to open shit and do stuff. Like
the old lady that walks down the road, she carries a fucking like baton. I'm way more scared of that. I see that thing. I'm like, oh shit, hey, bye, Phyllis.
Well, there's an intimidation factor that when they flip them out, you're like, oh shit.
What do you mean business?
So there was a Grant Harwick said, y'all should let Jeremy do the stream so he can get super chats next time.
Yeah.
Dude, I've only talked to Jeremy about streaming for 1 million times now. Anyways.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If we did a stream on my channel, there would probably be 32 people in the chat.
I don't think you understand exactly how that works. I think you're incorrect, sir.
I mean, we'll be there.
Listen, I could be wrong.
So.
Well, here's the thing, right? So we've done 2 live streams now.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it on Instagram one time. I said it on the YouTube channel today.
Yeah.
And this was not your best performing chat. I mean, I think we topped out at like 250, 260.
Yeah, I'll tell you when it ends, but here's the thing. We're also streaming literally in the middle of the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you said that last time, though. You're like, well, there was YouTube problems.
No, last time YouTube was broke as fuck because the stream we did without you, the next time we barely hit 200 on.
Yeah, there was no links. Like, no one was getting any, like, notifications. Even if they were subscribed with the bell, no matter what, they weren't getting, like, that, hey, anyone that you're subscribing is now streaming.
All I'm saying is I'm not saying my subscribers aren't great. They are. They're all great people. I love every one of them.
They're not here. Talk shit.
But no. I love every one of them, but I have not historically done a lot of lives, so I don't know that my crowd translates well to lives right now.
Yeah.
I guess historically, or, going forward, if I start to nurture that, they could, but I just don't know that people expect that from me, and I haven't really gotten a whole lot of turnout from it.
Well, but here's the thing.
We have several people in the chat that said, I'd be there.
Thank you, buddies.
So HBR said 217 in chat is fantastic for a draft night. So I don't know. Here's the thing. One of the things is we consistently do Tuesdays at 9, right?
Yeah.
So doing our consistent normal time,
people know when to tune in
with a topic makes it easier. Number one,
right?
For number wise. Number two, the idea of there are channels who do live streams like once in a blue fucking moon that crush our numbers in this community. There's actually a one channel that does
really does it.
They stream literally a few times a year, and they shit on its Bourbon Nights numbers. They shit on our numbers. They shit on everybody's numbers.
Very big channel. You guys should know.
They crush our numbers and its Bourbon Nights numbers combined. It's just Whiskey Tribe.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
they're doing a.
But yeah, dude, you're talking 2 live streams a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, they popped up a random one-off. Literally, I was at work, and I got a notification on my phone that said they went live. I popped in, there were 1,200 people in there.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude, that's so crazy.
But, and now, I know that they do, like, they talk to their community a lot on Patreon and stuff like that, but they don't do it, and they don't live stream to communicate with their community. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying your first live stream would be like that, but, I've been wrong at least 2 times before in my life. There's a community for it. Let's put it that way.
The other problem is, right? So, and me and you have talked about this.
Yeah.
Is It's just me.
Mm-hmm.
Like live streams are better. Like you guys do live streams, you got each other to riff off of.
Yeah.
Or if we do a group live stream like this, it's cool because we can all riff. But like me just sitting here, it'd be hard for me to keep up with like reading chats and conversating with people and all that. Like, and I know you did it while Sean was in Jamaica on his honeymoon, and did it very successfully, I might add. But I don't know that I would be very good at that.
Dude, if you think we're at where we were our first live stream,
we used to have like 40 people.
But I mean, I'm like dynamic wise, like we didn't.
Yeah, it's gotten drastically worse.
In any way, shape, or form.
He's like, you're right. It was much better in the beginning. Now I fucking hate you, and they're no good.
Yeah, I was going to hate him.
Yeah.
There's growing pains to it. Like there's a flow. You'll get it.
I think. Fine. I don't know. I
thought about bringing the wife up and having her help me.
We like you said, we've talked about this, and I know that everybody in chat doesn't know we've talked about this. I think that I personally believe that there is a community of people, your community of people, that I don't think that they're quiet because I think your community is quiet because they have less ways to interact with you.
Right.
So now you launched a Patreon, so that's one form. You're doing merch. You have a shirt. You know what I mean? You got some crazy shit in the works right now.
Oh, dude.
So, dude.
Ooh, son.
Dude.
I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I literally I'm so ready to fucking pay for it. Like, that's where
as long as you don't stream on like Tuesday nights at
around 9-ish.
It'd be great.
Did you tell Sean about the thing?
Sean has seen pictures of the things.
Oh, yeah.
Dude. Dude.
We're talking about the things?
The things.
Yeah.
Woo.
The things. Yeah. But needless to say,
I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited.
I would be very interested to see a test run just for the fuck of it with your wife or without your wife. Like,
well, I would think maybe bring her up just to have somebody I can riff with a little bit, and then somebody help me keep up with like the chat and stuff. Because,
and your wife's been in your vlogs and stuff. Like your wife is also a person in some of your content that people will recognize. You know what I mean? So
long time ago, we did a video together where we ate weird fucking candy.
Yeah, I watched that video. That's an old one.
Old, bro. That was when I was just doing YouTube just for the fuck of it. And like,
did you leave a comment? Because it's always fun when I see those comments.
Like an 8-year-old video.
Be like, whoa, bro.
Dude, that was a fun video though, man. I don't do videos like that anymore, but that was a fun video. We just literally went and bought a whole bunch of like weird candy from like ethnic food markets and stuff, and then ate it on camera. And some of it was fucking horrible. And it was fun.
Dude, I'm Nick Full said, no excuse, Jeremy Mash and Drum, Ben the one-man band kills it. Listen.
Oh, he does. No, I mean, lots of people do. I'm not saying it's not doable.
But someone said something about like you and EDC.
Taylor?
Yeah, Best Damn EDC. Like you guys been live?
Me and Taylor are starting up a podcast live stream.
Yeah.
So that won't be on my channel. That we have another channel we're starting for that. Yeah. So that will be a live stream that I will be part of. But that will be it's going to be called Whiskey Knife Fight. It's just basically Taylor does EDC stuff and all knives and different kind of stuff. I do EDC stuff and whiskey. Taylor doesn't do whiskey videos, but he's a whiskey fan. So it's just going to be a guy podcast. We're just going to get on there and talk about guy shit.
Yeah.
Whiskey, guns. Taylor doesn't smoke cigars, so I'll probably talk about cigars. He won't. Knives, EDC, different shit. It should be fun. It's just going to be basically the kind of stuff we do. It's just all over the place.
I think, I don't know, man.
So Remy said that. Remy Rincon. He retracted his statement, and that's why he was like, I thought it was a dumb comment. Dude, just let that shit rip. Yeah. Unless you throw some really weird shit in the chat, don't retract your comments.
Oh, don't retract that.
Man, just don't.
You're getting banned.
I mean,
no, don't even retract it. Leave your weird shit in the comments and you'll get kicked out, man.
We talked about
Hitler and we did talk about, someone,
no one
got an unnamed person, possibly being a supporter. No, here's the thing. I don't know. I've said this to you 1,000 times. I think that you would be surprised at a turnout. I like the idea, but it also has to be something you're comfortable with, or you're not going to enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, it's not worth doing. So,
yeah. Well, I just think it'd be more fun with somebody, and maybe a good stepping stone would be the thing with Taylor. And then once I get used to doing live streams with him, maybe I'd feel more comfortable doing something at random on my channel by myself with the wife or whatever. This live stream thing, this is only the second live stream I've ever done in history.
Yeah. Yep. No, I think
I'm used to being able to edit myself.
For sure.
And I need that.
But that's what the live streams, I think that's why the live streams are what they are, because I think that the live streams give you a way to interact with your community that you don't have otherwise, right? Yeah. So I think that provides a benefit I know it provides a benefit for us. I know I believe that it provides something. I think people enjoy it because that interaction, you can leave a YouTube comment, right, and get a response, but it's still not the same as basically chatting and hanging out. So
back to what Dan was talking about, just real quick.
That I was right?
The fact that it was the instant feedback you get from people,
interaction, actual interaction.
That started we're doing it. We were getting 40 people in there. We're like,
but dude, it's fun, dude.
That we started in that. We were like, okay, we're gonna do one. Maybe we'll do once a month. We started doing it, and we got that instant feedback to people, and was like, this is the coolest thing ever to get to hang out with people and just do shit.
You guys' live streams are fun, dude. I jump in them all the time. I mean, I miss them sometimes just because I'm finishing up dinner with the kids. Who knows what the hell?
You have a family and a YouTube channel and shit going on. Yeah. Yep.
But if I make it up here, because at night after the kids are in bed and everything, I always come up here to my cigar room and have a cigar and a little whiskey before I go to bed. If I catch one, I'm always tuning in because they're always fun. Crowd's fun. You guys are fun. There's always good topics. I always get at least one or two good laughs out of something.
Sure.
Dude, live stream started as maybe we'll think about it doing thing. And Dan did a trial one and was like, dude, it's the best thing ever.
I was trying to set up the camera.
Yeah. And he was like, dude, it was a lot of fun.
There were our 30 people in here. And I was like, this is the greatest fucking thing ever.
Dude, this is so much fucking fun. Yeah. We're just sitting down drinking with 30 people. We're like, let's just have some fucking fun.
But we also think about it like this. We did that with definitely sub 1,000 subs.
Oh, for sure.
We
had 1,000 in
Jeremy has 2 channels, right?
Okay. All right. Big time us here.
Yeah. Jeremy has a lot of subscribers. We'll put it this way. I'm gonna simplify that statement.
Dude, in the YouTube world.
No, you're comparing. Okay. No, you can't compare yourself to other people like that.
So that's us. Where are you at?
Yeah. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. You have a community, right?
Right.
There just isn't currently that way to communicate with them.
True.
I don't know, man. I'm so fucking. I wish that I could be you for one day because I'd rip out a fucking random live just to see what happened, dude. I stroke the beard a lot, but outside of stroking the beard.
Oh my God. What is this like?
I don't know, man. I could read you every comment in the fucking chat, but every single comment said that you should do a stream. I don't know what that, whatever.
I'm not, and like I said, me and Taylor are starting one up, so that automatically is going to be more me on a regular basis because we're going to try to do that weekly.
Yep.
So we'll see, and then if it works out, hey, the idea of a stream sounds great, right? There's a lot of good things to it. One, you get to interact with your community in a way that you can't normally interact. 2, it's easy.
Yeah.
I don't mean easy you set it up when it's
done.
No
post. There's no post.
It's not easy.
There's no post.
Done.
There's no editing.
There's no editing.
I don't think it's easy. We've always talked about
but there's no
you can do it alone. I cannot fucking do it alone.
Jeremy, I know. No. Jeremy, no, because here's the difference. Jeremy's personality Jeremy's a talker like I'm a talker. Right?
Yeah.
This is the difference.
Yeah.
No, so we have a yin and yang thing.
Yeah.
The reason it's easy for me would be the same reason it'd be easy for Jeremy.
Well,
when I
said easy, Sean, though, I didn't mean easy easy to do. I agree. By yourself and trying to maintain a live. What I mean is easy in the fact that however long the stream is going, as soon as you end the stream, it's done. Your work is done.
You're just ripping out content.
8 hours editing
video for 4 hours or a full day sometimes shooting
B-roll. And then you edit for another 8.
then you got another day of editing. You know what I mean? You're in there.
We don't got to do that
for a good 8 to 12 hours.
You're talking like an hour of editing, yeah.
No, for
our
dude, I'm about to walk off this fucking Thursdays. Do not take it out. You know what, dude? The channel's over.
I'm taking my toys and I'm going home.
You know what's great about having the most structured shit that we do? Very easy.
Yeah, the one our Mondays are very consistent at this point.
Well, it's funny. Me and Dan are going back and forth because we were both editing B-roll sequences this week. I think I spent 4 hours or maybe 6 shooting and editing a 20 to 25 second sequence.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you though, it turned the fuck out. You know what I mean?
That's what Dan said. He was like, dude, he sent me that shit. It was like, wow.
Yeah. But dude, it was like, but when I sent it to Dan, I think it was 15 seconds of finished footage. And I think I'd been working on it for at least 4 to 6 hours for 15 seconds of footage. Yeah. It was so bad. I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about, right? So 4 hours of work, 6 really, for 15 seconds, or an hour or 2 hour live stream, and it's done.
So, real quick, I'm just gonna read some comments really quick. Miguel, thanks for being here. He said, "Peace out, gotta go." And then Slade said, "Gotta communicate with your tribe." Brett Borba said, "Just realized Jeremy was the one who taught me how to make clear ice. That vid got some views. Thank you for the super chat, buddy." And then
it's up here.
I know. Oh no, I just want Jeremy to understand what's happening. Nick Agee said, "Live Jeremy's great. Saw your videos."
Thanks.
And then Eric said, "Just do a reverse of the stream on Jeremy's channel. Let him get a feel for hosting his own live stream." And then Kamikaze said, "Do it. Jeremy will be watching here from Canada." And then Grant Hartwig super chat said, "Bill Binder plus Jeremy plus Junkies equal money."
Too much fucking beard.
There's one. Yeah. No. Listen. There's a lot. Grant, you can message me about that, buddy. I'll fill you in. Kevin said, "Are we doing any giveaways tonight?" We're not, buddy. We generally when we collab, we don't do giveaways. Now
we just hang out.
We didn't do it. We did not do a giveaway on Tuesday, and because of that, next week's giveaway will be better. So put it that way. Jeremy turned me on to the Bourbon Junkies. Thanks for being here, James F. Dude, and Jeremy's the coolest guy in the fucking world. So
yeah.
Daniel Brown said you don't need to edit, and I'm not going to speak for Jeremy, but from our perspective, from our channel sake, we need to edit.
Yeah,
so. You need to edit.
I think most people on YouTube would agree with that statement that we need to edit.
And when I say you need to edit, I don't mean you guys. I mean in general.
Oh, no, I get it. Yeah,
you being like
general.
No one's ever seen the raw footage.
Listen, I don't know of. Now, there's a reason that
do you want
one
an
takes,
hour and a half long Thursday video?
One takes would be rough.
Holy shit!
Rhode Island Bourbon Enthusiast said Jeremy's a pimp. We would all watch. Remy then agreed and said straight pimp. I Whiskey She Wine said to my favorite men, love Bobby. Okay, maybe drunk Sam. Listen, I'll accept that comment from both of you.
Yeah.
And then what was the one? Rhode Island also said Jeremy, I'd be there for old father time. So, listen. Every fucking comment said they would be there. Jeremy's full of shit. I'm saying that's my comment. I'm going to super chat ourselves so that he can see that. Maruno NFJ bastard. What? No idea where you guys are at. Just popped in to support the cause, but I need to say I would have never known about Old Forester single barrel picks if it wasn't for you guys. Had my first one tonight. All I can say is wow. One of the greatest fucking values in the game, dude. 100%. Around the $45 range, fucking killer.
There's a whole fucking shelf right here of them.
Yeah.
You guys can't see.
Brown Foreman. Speaking of, where the fuck is Michael Klein?
That motherfucker, I'm sure, dude, he's so into football too. Oh, I'm sure. So he was in here earlier in chat. He was.
Oh, was he?
I did see him in chat earlier.
Wet that one.
But
like it's about to explode.
He's probably watching the draft also. So.
I don't even know what's
going on. Because I'm used to seeing Michael Klein up in here.
He's in 400,000 fantasy fucking football leagues. Tony said, "Thank you to both channels. Never imagined you guys shooting together, but here you are. I love it." It's funny you say that because I didn't either. Jeremy's the coolest dude in the fucking world. So
still to this day remember.
I should put the text in a video at some point.
Yeah, we should find it.
I texted Sean
because we found your after hours.
And
we're like,
David Hatton actually sent us your after hours.
Yeah, we're like, dude, he's our people. Let's fucking talk.
I agree.
Dan messaged me and he goes, you know he's got a bigger channel? I said, it's fucking huge.
No, I literally wrote a message to Jeremy on Instagram, and then I found it before I sent it. I found his main channel and went, I can't fucking send that.
He's like,
you might have covered this in the stream before, but I don't understand why you would have thought you couldn't send that.
It's not because of you. This is the funny part is it's not because of you. It's because in the grand scheme of things.
Dan's got such a fucking ego. He thought if he was there, he'd never talk.
That is not how the fuck that worked.
I didn't even finish it.
The funny thing is, I did not send it because of you, because I watched the video that I saw, and you cut the Office into it. I know I've told you this before, but you cut the fucking Office into it, and I'm like, this guy is our fucking guy, dude. Like, like if this is how he's editing, somehow I know that we would get along with this guy,
right?
And then I started watching your main. I found your main channel. I started watching your main channel videos. I'm like, fuck, dude, he's got a damn good size fucking YouTube channel. And then I'm like, I've messaged YouTube channels smaller than him and his size, never ever gotten responses. And I don't want to message you and be like, dude, I'm such a fan. Do you want to hang out? Can we hug? Blah, blah, you know what I mean?
I remember reading those.
First off, I love a good hug.
A good hug. A good hug.
Oh, that's his second channel. Here's his main one. It's like, oh yeah, you didn't know about that.
But it works out because it's different. It's funny that it happened that way because of the relationship now. You know what I mean? But there have been those types of situations in the past where I have reached out, not to the same extent, but I have reached out, and then it's like just nothing. You know what I mean? Just fuck you type thing.
I would have to hope that any of those bigger channels that you reached out to did not answer you, only because maybe it got lost in the shuffle. Because I know stuff in mine gets lost in the shuffle, comments get lost, stuff, whatever. Not because they were big timing you, because anybody with a couple 100,000 subs that big times anybody is just a pompous asshole. I mean, it's like, dude,
I completely agree with you.
It's like, come on, man.
But I also
we're all doing the same shit here, whether you got 1 million subs or 100 subs, we're all doing the same shit,
dude. This is one of the reasons we get along is because we agree, right?
Right.
Okay.
That all being said, I also know at least 3 channels that are like that, right? Oh, yeah. This is the problem.
That's so stupid.
Right. It is. I agree.
Right. It's that rising tide talking to fucking cameras, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta catch up on super chats real quick.
There's 3.
So we have Sunny and Lisa Silva. They're patrons.
Ship them coffee.
Yeah, I know. That's why I know this. I was like, I just filled out that shit. Work maybe late to the stream, but a little rare breed and a Brickhouse Maduro.
Oh shit!
Jeremy, bro.
Dude, they said they're watching your live. I want you to know that. And then
Eli Cook just joined Patreon. Loving this channel.
Thank you very much for being there.
I hope to join both.
The Patreon and the Patreon keeps growing. The YouTube channel keeps growing. All of it keeps growing. And it only grows because you guys are fucking incredible.
So. We said this on the Patreon only giveaway, but I told Dan, I was like, we look at this camera, we look at this set, we look at all this shit because of you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I pointed at myself, but I also give it to you guys. You know what I mean?
And then Brian Jackson, I want to read this one. He said, F's is on Tuesday Live. Now it's for Jeremy. Which Jessica?
It's good.
Alba, Simpson, or Beal?
The hard-hitting question.
It's a super difficult question. Hopefully my wife is not watching this. I think she's probably in bed by now because she's working in the morning.
Dude, code words 1, 2, or 3.
Here's the deal. That is impossible for me to pick because there's two. There's 2 in there that
better be those 2.
Before I met my wife, because now obviously it's only her and I don't care about any other women on
let's cover the cancer list here. Who's number 1?
Throw that out there. But I had a big thing for Alba for a long fucking time when I was young.
That too, man.
That's Beal. You're wrong.
No, wait. But then there was a scene in, I forgot the movie, with Jessica Biel in her fucking underwear.
What's the other movie?
Yeah, it's I now pronounce it Chuck and Larry.
I literally
her ass was so unfucking believable.
What? Dude, yes.
And Dude, like just fuck that.
It was so unbelievable. I forever am like that's just the greatest thing I've ever seen. So that's why I say I can't pick, because I had a thing for Jessica Alba for a long time when I was younger. But then I saw that movie with Jessica Biel's ass, and I was like, that's probably one of the best things I've ever seen, other than my wife's, because she.
Dude, and you know what?
I like how he just.
There you go, and you fucking nailed that. You know what? With no editing, perfected it. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking nailed it.
I gotta read. Chris Handley, Jeremy, I was watching your Levita video, damn good video, and pause to subscribe to Bourbon Junkies. And what do you know? You're live on here with them. Cool. Thank you for being here. And
I said that I was going to be, and I wasn't lying.
Dude, thank you for that, hitting that subscribe button, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
good man. Thank you for watching my stuff and for coming over and subscribing to these good fellas, because they're awesome.
For real. I think maybe you'll know shortly, and you can definitely leave feedback and tell us. But I would imagine if you like him, you will probably fit in well here as well. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's the same people, man. It's the same. Oh, dude, I wanted to address this in the live stream. I wanted to get you guys' opinion.
Is this another Hitler thing or what?
Oh my God!
We have to fucking bring that back up. I thought that was gone. Jesus. Man, we were fucking clear of it. What did you do?
Oh, I did not see that coming.
I'm so sorry, but it just
holy fuck.
This was a comment that I got on my most recent video. God. I'll actually read the comment. I could probably find it. And this guy was very nice. So this is not a slight. This is not a slight to this gentleman at all, because he was very pleasant. He was not being dicky, or if I can find it, hold on.
While you're looking, who asked that? Trevor Smith said, "What do you think of the Boone County wheat?"
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. I'm a big. Boone County does a really good job sourcing and barreling. We'll see how their distillate is maybe in a couple more years. But
here we go.
No.
So now again, this is not a slight to this guy, because he was very polite. And he said he likes my videos. This is more I'm trying to get feedback.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So on my main channel, it's more PG, right? It's more YouTube friendly. So if I drop cuss words, I usually beep them out, as to not the content on that channel is a little more generic. So people might be watching it with their kids or whatever, whatever. The second channel, though, is whiskey and cigars. Like, I feel like that's, and I might start doing some gun content. It's good. It's all non-advertiser friendly, non-monetizable content on my second channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably incorporate some gun stuff and some others. But anyway, it's all stuff that I feel like is very adult content.
Yeah.
So I kind of asked people when I first started that channel, should I censor it like the main channel or not? Most of the feedback I got was absolutely not. Let the fucks fly, right?
Yep.
This guy says, "Hey man, like your videos, but could you censor some of the cussing like in your other channel? No big deal. Love your content. Thanks." So my question is, I just noticed somebody responded to him. And
you fucking kidding me?
Nathan, here's the thing. I won't say the guy's whole name, but he was very polite. So the response was, so-and-so, I'm not going to say the guy's name, don't be a pussy. We enjoy the cussing on the channel. So this is not against that guy. Again, he seemed very pleasant. He was polite about it. He wasn't rude or anything. Yeah. But my question is, does anybody think that I should edit? I mean, does editing a thing, or just let the fucks fly? I think on the second channel, resoundingly, when I asked people, they were like, no, let it fucking rip.
Yeah. We did that poll, and it was like 85% of people, like, this was a while ago, but like 85% of people were like, just let it run. Like, we're here for you guys. It doesn't really matter.
Right.
We don't cuss a lot, but we'll let a couple fucks here and there go. Dan does it a lot more in the live streams, and I do a lot.
Yeah,
more
listen,
videos.
I'll fucking rip her on a live, but in the videos, I don't drop a whole lot of fucks. You know what I mean?
So the video, like, I don't change.
Now, Sean, so here's the problem. YouTube's algorithm has literally been or their AI bullshit bot thing has literally been proven to demonetize shit if within the first like 30 to 45 seconds there's a fuck or like flipping off the camera or anything like that.
Yeah. What you want to talk about demonetization?
So, anyways, so after the first minute, their AI cares drastically less about swearing.
Yeah. So you could just let the fucks fly left and right.
Dude, if you're 4 minutes into a video and you say fuck, YouTube literally, there are like actual statistics that they don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
well, the thing is, I don't feel like, okay, like I said, on the main channel, I edit it not because I'm as much worried about the demonetization, although that's an issue because my main channel is monetized.
Yeah.
But just because I feel like it's more general content and I don't want somebody to be watching it with their kids. And, I mean, look, my kids hear cuss words and they know that it's adult and they know not to repeat it. Yeah. But, some people don't, and I respect that. Right. So I don't do it on the main channel, but the second channel, I feel like is a more adult channel.
Yep.
But I'm always amazed that full-grown adults get offended by cuss words because like, a lot of people, and I purposely, when I made these t-shirts, this one says do man shit.
Yeah.
I purposely made some without the it's do man shit because people requested,
Dude,
well, it's like Trev Wilson. He said, I love Jesus, but I was also in the infantry. So I don't care what you say. So don't you dare censor your second channel.
I love Jesus, but fuck. You know what I mean? Dude, I think
we play that game now.
Here's the thing. I think what happens is I'm not like you said that he was providing constructive criticism. He wasn't being an asshole.
He wasn't being
or whatever.
I didn't
get
harsh with them.
No,
I'll harsh somebody quickly if they're an asshole. I don't put up with shit.
But what you want is constructive criticism from people watching your channel. So I get what you're saying. That being said, I think that what you do is, listen, if you get 200 comments on your video and you read most of those comments, and most of those comments are going to be like, enjoyed the video. I also like that cigar. Stuff like that.
Right.
And then there's going to be one comment that says, you should cut out your swear words. You're like, damn it, dude. Should I cut out my swear? Like, that one sticks out, the loudest type thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, now, we ran a poll in the community tab, like Sean said a while back, and asked because it's like, listen, I'm capable of not swearing. Sean's not. Now, if we have to edit out all of Sean's swearing,
I'll clink it.
Now, I also said, don't come to a Tuesday and expect it because we're live. There's no edits. I'm letting it rip.
Right.
Now, I don't swear in front of my parents because they don't enjoy that. So I have to let it rip on Tuesdays.
Yeah. So Jeff Dabrowski said, we got into cigars and Pravada. I love the Bourbon Junkies. I found a Woodford in an Old Forester video earlier that I thought was hilarious. Also, patina.
Fucking patina.
Team patina, bitches.
Look at that motherfucker. Look at the patina.
Dude, Sean and I literally will sit here and be like, patina. Just because of you saying it in that one video. It was so funny, dude.
Dude, patina. Well, I had to because people were fucking with me about it.
And it was great. And I'm glad you did it.
And that's like one of the things that people like to do. If there's something you say a lot, people are like, drinking game. Drink everything. Patina, motherfucker, patina. Okay. I like patina. I like the way leather looks when it ages. I like the way brass, copper. By the way, interesting little tidbit. I know you guys said we were going to end the stream like
an hour ago.
Yeah,
you're good.
I'm in trouble, but it's fine.
My buddy Taylor brought this up in a video, and I did not know this. I just thought this was an interesting tidbit in the circumstances we're in today.
I know the tidbit you're about to say. Wait, can I say the tidbit and you'll tell me if I'm right?
Say it.
Brass kills Rona, dude.
And copper.
Yes.
Copper. It's actually copper.
We already went over this.
It's a copper alloy.
I told you, dude.
No. I already told Dan this.
No.
Antimicrobial, right? So
did I not tell you this?
You told me brass was. I said no copper is. You said no brass is. We were both right.
Yeah.
Both are.
They used to make
copper. That is the thing, but there's a high percentage of copper in brass, from what I understand. In the article I read.
So they used to make door handles out of brass because they're self-cleansing.
Right. So, like stainless steel, viruses like Corona or whatever will live on for. These are not accurate.
Forever in a day.
Medical advice. This is not fucking.
This is a good preface.
This is just for conversation. These numbers are probably horribly inaccurate, but you got to be careful these days, right? So I want some motherfucker being like, I died of corona because of Jeremy's dumbass.
Well, he won't type it.
Corona lives on stainless steel for like 24 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Within like hours, it's completely undetectable on brass or copper. Like, completely. So, fucking one more reason why patina is awesome.
Yeah. Yep. 100%, dude.
Don't get that herpes off of, don't
ruin it for you, or
what do you? Why? No, there's there's no negative news allowed on this fucking YouTube channel, dude.
You good then?
Timothy Miller, Dan Sean, we can have TC barrel pick, sing barrel talks tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds good, buddy. Let us know, bud.
What was he I'm curious about what he was going to ruin.
What
was he going to ruin?
I don't know, dude. He can fucking listen. I do not watch the fucking news because I'm not about negativity. I can't do it.
I don't watch the news either.
It's because negativity is fucking negative. You know what I mean?
Negativity it's negative.
It's fucking dude. What I said was weirdly fact.
You need to put that on a shirt. Negativity is negative. That needs to be the next shirt. Here's the thing: negativity is negative.
The amount you touch the thing.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna reset every. No. So if you Rona'd it.
Oh yeah.
You deep throat that thing. I've seen it.
I touched this way too much.
After you're done deep throating it, if you set it down for 2 hours, we Gucci.
Yeah.
Now you're going to deep throat again within 30 minutes. We all know how the situation.
Love touching this thing.
Sure. I mean, dude, is that not the most fun knife to play with on the planet?
I literally gave Dan mine earlier. I was like, feel the action on that thing. I've been playing with it so much. It's just so smooth. Yeah.
It's so fidgety. The only knife that I think may be more fidgety, and go get yourself one.
Okay.
Paramilitary 2.
Wait.
Is that big Jackhawk you said?
Super fidgety knife. Super
fidgety. Not the Spyderco ones?
That's a Spyderco.
Oh, it is a Spyderco. Okay.
It's got the same kind. It's not axis lock, but it's a back lock, compression lock. So it locks on the back kind of like that. So you can flip it. And the benefit of it's got the Spidey hole, so you can Spidey flick it. You know how to Spidey flick a knife?
Well, you're making I would assume it has something to do like that like with your finger. He's got it fucking 8 Spydercos.
Talk amongst yourselves. Hold on.
Yeah. I was going to say, the man's got 1,000 spider. That's drastically closer to my face than I expected it to be.
Dude, I've worked the shit out of this.
Yeah, I know. Wait, hold on.
Let me see yours.
No, we got to blind them. But we got to find a way to mark them so we don't get them confused. I don't need your Rona. You're going to be able to feel it. You know what? Just try it.
He's like, shit.
Oh, fuck you. You didn't even flip it yet. Best rocks glass on YouTube. I swear to God, we keep testing it. You just cut it with a fucking benchmark. I slammed a bottle into it.
So Spidey flick, we call it that because you can hook your. Can you see that?
Oh, there you go. Yes, the shocker.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You can hook your little finger in the hole like Spider-Man flicking his web, right? And you can flick the knife open that way.
And you know what? I really like the blade shape on the Spydercos a lot.
Yeah.
But see, it's got a compression lock on the back. So you could, but the Spidey flick is like the most addictive way to open. It is easily as fidgety, if not more so, than the bench.
I sit here and play with mine all the time. My wife's like, please stop. I'm like, what? What am I stopping here? I'm just playing with my knife.
I'm just opening the knife and closing it. Just all I'm doing.
And you can do it with like your ring finger.
See, I do like, that's the thing is the issue now is I don't even know how knives are a fucking hobby, but they are. Yeah. Does that make, you know what I'm saying?
They are. I had somebody say that. EDC is not a hobby. I'm like, bitch, it is a hobby. It's a hobby.
No, but here's the thing. It's not buy a knife, bitch, and then see if you want to buy another one because you're going to want to.
Anytime you collect things, it's a hobby. If you have more than one knife, you're fucking collecting them because you only need one.
And now the problem is the Spydercos are different and they're cool.
Like Dan says, I'm a redneck. I'll just sharpen a knife.
You're a redneck as fuck.
The rest of time. This thing, can't wait. The first time it touches.
Sounds the worst knife sharpener I've ever met.
Just for size comparison,
You're such a dick. I
This,
literally sharpened a knife in front of you
Yeah, it was good too. Actually.
to fucking shave.
Oh, look at that.
That's a good
I like
idea.
that. That's cool.
that's the copper one, like the one that I showed earlier, right?
Yeah.
This is the normal one.
That's a good looking knife.
This is the XL.
I don't like
That-
the XL.
Wait, hold on. You got the Jackhawk 9000,
Yeah.
and then you got a normal knife next to it.
Yeah.
Just to show you how fucking much of a beef box this thing is.
What is that blade, like 5 inches?
No, it's
It's about 12 from my comparison. Yep, 12.
about 7.5, 8.
Okay, I was a little off.
What's the fucking blade on that thing?
Shit, man.
Yeah.
I look at like fucking 3. I'm like, that's a fucking knife.
I'm really happy with that in my pocket. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
God damn.
Oh, dude,
That other motherfucker is literally for gutting deer.
No, you want a smaller knife.
Nope.
Yeah, you do.
Nope. Listen,
many-
Sean,
how
I've
many deer have you
got
cut?
thousands of deer.
Okay, why do you want a bigger knife?
Why?
Yeah.
To cut through the fucking tough old 12-year rawhide on that elk, dude.
this is a perfect skinning knife.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit, look at that motherfucker.
Deep belly.
Yep.
Well, here's the issue. I solely hunt giant old moose, right?
Okay, you still want a smaller knife.
Hold it like this.
So
When you're gutting, you hold it like this.
Yeah.
Clearly,
You
obviously.
get it there so you don't pierce the fucking gut sack with your
Yeah, because then you'll fuck up all the meat.
no.
will.
No.
See?
You fuck up all your breathing.
Yeah. You'll fuck up any food you had in your stomach because you're gonna puke because it stinks.
Yeah. Listen, man, we've all been there. You know what I'm saying? We've all fucking been
So
there.
I prefer like under 3-inch blade to
Yeah.
gut
Me too.
because like what he's saying is you take it,
Yeah.
you open it up, and then you slide that up through.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you do that, you
Yeah.
want a nice short blade so your
Dude.
finger can follow it very
Dude,
easily.
the 2 times I brought the old polar bears back to eat, I'm telling you what, you're not getting a 3-inch knife through
You
a
do that
polar
with
bear,
the
dude.
Jackhawk that he had? Well,
Well,
Good
no,
luck
but
losing
now
your
here's the
lunch.
thing. All the people that I hunt with also call me the surgeon. So the issue becomes, how good are you with a knife? Now, you can give me a machete, and I'll still carve up a fucking baby deer, dude.
all right, dude. I'll shoot one and I'll invite you out to gut.
I can't gut shit. I don't like dead animals. It makes me feel sad in my heart, dude. I like to eat dead animals. I don't like
Yeah.
to see dead animals.
I'll cook you some steak.
Oh, shit, man.
Here's the thing. I don't enjoy killing animals either, but they're good.
But
But they taste good.
meat's a hell of a drug.
It is. So it's one of those things that if something's got to die for me to have a cheeseburger, like
Yeah.
I don't want it to happen. I want it to
I
happen
know.
as mainly as possible, but
Sure.
I'm going to eat the fucking cheeseburger.
I know, and the thing about it is
I have an
realistically,
entire freezer full of venison.
yeah. Thanks for
Mm.
sharing. Is your
Mm.
backstrap gone?
We cooked it on Easter.
I know because I fucking saw it. That's why I just asked you that question because I knew it was gone. I wanted you to say yes on stream. This motherfucker, I've never had backstrap, right? And
Oh,
I
they're
love
delicious.
venison. Venison's fantastic.
Our
So,
neighbor brought some down recently. He cooked it. It was so good.
I've never had backstrap. And I said to Sean, I've never had backstrap. He said to me 17 times now, dude, I will make you backstrap
Shoot a deer. I'll
from
cook
the
it for
deer
you.
I just got out in fucking Kansas or wherever the fuck Kentucky went hunting.
Kansas.
Fucking Arkansas, Oklahoma. They're all the fucking same. Anyways,
I mean, part of those is, yeah,
Here's the problem with backstrap.
delicious.
After you eat that, you don't want the rest of the fucking deer.
I disagree.
here's the other part. Nobody
I
fucking
love
cares.
backstrap.
That's the other problem.
We go to a place
Oh.
and they do all the processing. They do a
Of course.
fantastic fucking
They
job.
do a mediocre job.
And they also do like cow, like everything out there. So they
Right.
mix it with a bunch of beef tallow.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking good. All the burger and shit like
Yep.
that. Fantastic.
But
Plus,
that's
they're
kind of the key to getting good ground venison, right? Is you got to mix it with some kind of fat because it's just
Yep.
such a lean meat that it's like, eh.
Oh, listen
Yeah.
to me. I'm gonna go hunt a deer. Okay.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
would-
gonna no, just listen. I'm gonna track it. I ain't fucking bait and pile bullshit.
okay.
I'm gonna walk my happy ass out in the fucking mountains,
Okay.
right? I'm not going deer. We're going elk. Okay. So I'm gonna get an elk
Okay.
with a gun. Mainly
What gun?
my 1911.
All right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
So, I'm gonna take the Ruger.
Oh, you're going to die.
I'm gonna take the Ruger SR 1911, my favorite 1911 I've owned.
You're going to die.
I'm gonna take that bitch out in the fucking mountains, and I'm gonna get an elk. An elk.
You're gonna get dead.
I'm
with the 1911. I mean, here's the thing. It could work. I don't recommend it, but I mean, it could potentially work.
Holy shit.
So I'm going to do this. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to chop it up in the woods, right? In the mountains. Sorry, not the woods. I'm going to chop it up. I'm going to carry it back because that's what you have to do when you hunt in the mountains.
I would pay fucking money to watch you butcher a fucking moose.
I'll just weep the whole time.
You wouldn't know what to do though.
No,
I'll just weep the
legs off.
But you don't know what
you chop its head off and its legs off.
I love the fact that you use the word weep.
Body back in pieces.
You don't know how to fucking butcher it though.
No, you fucking machete its legs off.
Machete.
Where, man?
At the hip. Yeah, this is fucking simple, dude.
So shoulders.
But I like to leave a little meat for the animals in the wild, right? So
those are called wolves, and you do not want to do that.
I swear to God, I'm bringing this bitch back. Where did we start this fucking story at?
I don't.
Why?
Here's the thing, and I'm sorry.
Money to watch you butcher.
All live streams that I'm a part of start out good and descend into fucking insanity. An hour and a half after we were supposed to end it, and we're talking about cutting up moose with machete. And
I'm literally crying, thinking of Dan out there just weeping.
Dude, here's the thing. Oh, this is where I was going to go with it. I'm taking that full fucking elk that I bring back from the mountains. Now, I left some from the wolves and the cows.
Do you know the difference between an elk and a moose?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one's big?
One's a fucking deer.
Which one's big?
Moose.
Okay.
Dude, moose totals out fucking car. Elk might total a car too.
Dude, elk are big, bro.
So I've seen
moose
dead.
Are literally way big.
Now I've seen dead elk.
Yeah.
I've seen live moose.
Yeah.
Moose. I swear to God, I will ride a moose's horns into battle if it let me.
We'll call you Teddy Roosevelt.
So here's the thing. I'll bring that motherfucking elk back in 3 chops, right? I'm gonna chop. We go neck to ribs, 1 chop.
No.
We go rib, end of rib, 2nd chop. We go end of rib to ass, 3rd chop. I bring that shit back, and I'm jerkying it, all of it, dude. All jerky. All elk jerky. Every bit.
So if you're wondering, you take
that's why I said the leg.
Yeah, you take a quarter off.
Machete.
All of them.
Yeah.
So you take it up and around.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly.
You no. That shit.
You've not had elk ribs?
No.
You haven't fucking lived,
no one
dude.
eats that shit. You take out the tenderloin, you take out the
Why would pig ribs be good and not elk ribs? Might be fair. Honestly, I don't have an argument for that. So, fuck, dude.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I swear to God, I could honestly, if I shot a fucking animal, I would weep right there. It makes me feel so sad in my heart.
I love the fact that you use the word weep and not cry.
I'll cry like a bitch. Let's put it that way.
It sounds so much better when you use the word weep.
I had a different...
Just tears. Because weeping is like you can weep silently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't cry silently.
You like straight ugly face cried?
If I'm going to fucking cry, I'll cry. You know what I mean?
I shot one last year and went,
woo! That's how you're a murderer, though. Yeah. And you didn't. You know how I wish I had the time in my life to go through every live stream where you said, I'll make you backstrap. You've said that so many times.
I was going to. And then Gabby said, we want it for Easter.
Who's we?
Her.
That's not how that works. You know what, dude? I just realized who's more important, and that's not fucking great, dude.
My wife?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a problem here.
Sidebar. How the hell do I still have Cigar and you guys don't?
What do you not smoke?
Second one.
Huh?
Is that your 4th cigar?
The same cigar.
Dude, mine was pulling hot as fuck. Sean smoked half of his.
Mine got to a point where it needed way too much attention.
Sean's being a baby, dude.
I smoke these bitches down until I start hearing mustache hair singe.
I know that you do that.
That's when I know when to stop. Seriously, as soon as I start smelling burnt hair or hear a crackle, I know it's time to stop smoking it.
So my Lancero, I got this little bit left, but I don't like hot smoke, dude. Listen, I just told you how I wept. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, a lot of people don't. A lot of people cut them out. I have a nubber that I use.
I know you do.
Because I can't get my fingers on it anymore, and then I can still it's like a roach clip situation, you know. And
I get a new one.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It gets to a point like I get that hot pull. I'm like, I'm good.
The heat is where it
He's hit it.
Yeah,
about a half an hour
Jeez, oh Pete's, dude.
That's got a good 15, 20 minutes left.
No, it doesn't.
That does not have 15, 20 minutes.
That's got a good 15 minutes in it. She's got life left in her. This old girl's got some life left in her.
Yeah, someone, Rhode Island bourbon enthusiast. So much for ending this an hour ago.
True. Yeah. True.
I'm in so much trouble right now.
That's what we call the Jeremy Siers effect.
Kamikaze said, Dan needs to Google meat eater. You fucking shitty cat, dude.
What happened?
Hold on.
I don't know what cookie just ended.
I do. The fucking cat, dude. This baby panther fucking lives in these parts.
Yeah.
She heard you talking about killing elk.
No, that's her job.
So Kamikaze said I need to Google meat eater. Dude, I watch some meat eaters content and I fucking enjoy the shit out of some of it.
Dude, Steve Vanilla is such a great guy.
You should watch
he's the best,
Dropped.
I don't know what that means.
So it's a show.
Is that where they get dropped out of a helicopter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Alaska?
Yes.
So that was shot by people in Sanford, if you're wondering. Rusted Rooster is out of Sanford.
Okay. So in a weird way.
Andy Brown said, here's the thing, my face is on fire.
That's the person who invested in Ricky's CrossFit gym.
Oh, no shit. Yeah.
That's the people who were like, they're really into whiskey. They should. And I was like,
yeah.
Fuck.
Anyway. Yeah. They had shows to the Discovery Channel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was this brother duo that got dropped in Alaska, and they were like, "Survive, bitch."
Yeah.
And they did.
You know what they did? They went to the mountains.
They also
with
had
a 1911, and they.
No, they had a. Oh man, did they shoot at a 300 Win Mag? That's what they dropped the elk with. 300 Win Mag.
Hey boy.
That's a bitch gun.
Yeah, so in Alaska, you're not allowed to leave shit. So you have to.
Because of polar bears?
Polar bears, not just bears.
Do polar bears live in Alaska?
No.
Fuck.
You know, polar bears are one of the only bears that like actively hunt people.
Human beings.
Polar bears are the most terrifying predator on the fucking planet, dude.
And they actually use them for a cute fucking mascot.
Dude.
They had grizzly bears on their camp, and they have a fucking like just a tarp, and they're like, "Hey bear, hey," just hitting the fucking tarp to try to scare this grizzly bear away. But they also carried 10 millimeters.
Oh, yeah, but do you understand? So one time ever, I've seen a real grizzly bear, right?
You know what a 10 millimeter is?
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking well aware what a 10
millimeter. It's a 45 on steroids.
It's a bitch gun. Now, hear me out. Wait, let me finish. Compared to a grizzly bear.
Oh no.
No. Nope, it is. So here's the deal.
One guy was like, "Where's your gun?" He's like, I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
2:00 in the morning.
Shove it up your ass and start pulling the trigger, because that's where this is ended. So
they won.
A grizzly bear.
Hey, bud.
I could literally sit. I've only seen one.
Yeah, they're furry track.
I could sit on its head and it wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
Like that's how fucking big it was.
Oh yeah.
It was Baloo. What's the Jungle Book? The bear.
Baloo.
It was Balooing. It was sitting in a tractor tire in a pond.
Yeah.
In a zoo. Unfortunately,
but animals,
dude, one of the most terrifying animals I've ever seen was that grizzly bear.
800 pounds. Yeah.
I've never saw an animal I thought I could sit on its head and it wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
Never thought that before until that moment.
Animals.
For fuck's sake, we're talking about 10 millimeters and grizzly bears.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the bear attack scene in The Revenant?
Yeah,
I didn't watch The Revenant.
Oh,
you don't want a fucking Oscar, bro.
No, listen. I'm not saying I've never heard of it. I know it's not from the 40s. Gun safety with Dan Shook. I'm all about gun safety. Okay.
Oh, he is.
10 millimeters. I know people carry 10 millimeters when they hunt bear as their sidearm, or with their main arm.
Yeah. They sell a one of the guns they sell for bear protection is a the 500 Magnum, 500 S&W Magnum. They have a little short barrel version that a lot of guys that spend time in that area as for like a little sidearm for bear protection. So, I mean, you could take a bear down with a 500 Magnum. You could take it down with a 10 millimeter.
So
but here's the thing.
FBI carries a 10 millimeter.
But it's
called the 10 millimeter FBI load.
But that's
they
your
take
worst
a lot
case.
of powder out.
That's your worst case.
That is your worst case.
I mean, you're like, I'm about to die. Here's my fucking 10 millimeter.
But I also know people have gone on grizzly bear hunts that the guide carries 3 guns.
Okay. One's a 10.
No. They carry 3 long rifles.
Oh, they carry 3 rifles.
So they shoot, and then usually grizzly bears fucking chase at you.
Yeah. This is why you don't hunt grizzly bears.
They cycle guns.
Okay. Just to interject. Yeah. Have you ever seen Cam Haynes?
Yes. Cameron Haynes is a fucking monster. He runs a cajillion miles at a time.
And dude, he hunts bears with a bow.
He does.
Well, okay.
With a bow.
He hunts with a compound bow.
And I've watched videos of him in the woods getting confronted with bears. He puts the bow down and grabs a knife and is like, go bear, go. And he's scared the bear off with a fucking knife because bear's like, this guy's such a badass. He's going to fuck me up with that knife.
Dude, there are 19 people behind with a camera.
No, there aren't.
With AKs.
Nope. In this one, he's on his cell phone and he's like, I found this. He doesn't do this he does this on like Instagram. This isn't on like Discovery or anything.
Yeah, no, this is just like him out in the woods being a fucking complete boss.
Dude, in the one, the fucking a bear charges him.
Yep.
And he somehow has a big enough dick and balls to stand there and be like, let's go, motherfucker. And it just fucking stops him like, I know, I get that's what you're supposed to do. I don't give a fuck what you're supposed to do here. Because even if you do what you're supposed to do, there's still a high chance of you just fucking dying. Like, dude, Cameron Haynes is a fucking badass, dude.
Dude, that guy's got a dick to his knees.
Yeah, that motherfucker. And then he does those fucking hyper, whatever they're called, marathons or whatever.
He runs like 200 miles without stopping.
Yep, it's fucking wild, dude.
Like if I was a bear, I wouldn't want to fuck with him.
No, I'm a human being and I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, I think he's a really small guy too. That's the thing,
dude. But he is a boss,
dude. He's a fucking badass, and he's the nicest guy in the fucking world.
The nicest dude, man. Yeah. Really is. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yep,
a bajillion times.
Literally like 100. They're like buddies, like good buddies.
Seems like a super chill guy,
dude. It's fucking crazy. He's got like that. Now he's got a shoe deal with Under Armour for a running shoe.
Yep.
Dude, that guy's fucking. He works a normal day job still.
Dude, that's insane to me.
I'm like, why? What the fuck are you doing?
You know he makes enough money with other shit. You
got a shoe deal with Under Armour. Fuck everything else. What are you? Fuck, dude. All right, buddy. Well, you know what? Let's shut it down. It's been an hour and a fucking half late. People were taking over
Howard
under.
Hill, that's what it is.
Who's that?
So Howard Hill. That's a motherfucker.
I've never heard of him. Is he alive?
He killed an elephant with a longbow.
No, he's not a bad motherfucker. Why are you killing elephants?
His bow.
What are you doing with them?
It was 130-pound draw longbow.
That's bitch shit. I'll do it with one finger.
I will watch that.
I'll pinky it. Now, will I get it back? Nope. But here's the thing.
You've never drawn a bow with the thing.
I've drawn a bow.
It's different.
I've drawn bows with James before.
Okay.
Yeah. Now.
That's 60 pounds.
Yep, that's what it was.
60 pounds that had let off.
So somehow you knew it was 60.
They get harder and harder.
Yeah, I know. I've hunted with longbows.
So he shot 130 pounds on a longbow.
That's crazy.
I've been there and done.
He also was an exhibition shooter and could shoot like an aspirin.
Oh, was that?
He was the original like exposition shooter.
This is this guy.
Yeah.
So I know the aspirin guy. I know this trick.
So that's Lars Ferguson is the new age person.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's the one I know. Yeah. I know a guy that can do it. He's on like Top Shot and all that.
Yeah, that's Lars Ferguson.
Okay.
So Howard Hill was the original of that.
Listen, an elephant. Why are you hunting elephants?
Because he could.
Just stop doing that.
Well, they seem like not. It was also in like the 40s.
You can do whatever you want.
But it was also in that was like there was an old bull and everything was given to the tribe and shit.
Okay.
So like he was all about like. Think of like Fred Bear and shit like that. He was all about like naturalism and shit like that. So he wasn't out just killing shit for sport.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. All right. All right, we're gonna shut this shit down.
Shut it down. We were supposed to shut it down.
People were taking over-unders on Facebook of how far over we were gonna go 2 hours because I said 2 hours on Facebook.
We were hour and 22.
Yeah, people were right. So, anyways,
bear killed the fucking grizzly bear with a bow.
Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. If you were here instead of watching the draft, you're even fucking cooler. Thank you for being here again.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you to everybody that joined my Patreon while we were on this live stream. Thank you very large. Appreciate you all. You're all fantastic people.
People should just start commenting on Jeremy's videos with when you're gonna live stream. That'll be fun. So
wait, Adam Waskin said, "Can you answer my High West question?"
What was it?
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
If you ask it again.
He said super chat. Did he super chat? And I missed it.
Sean's the fucking worst. I'm telling you what, dude.
I can't go back any farther. I reloaded chat.
Let's see. Brian Jackson, fun fact.
Waskin, there you go.
Dan Hunt in his refrigerator. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. And you're not wrong. And then Adam said, I've never had a High West. I'm looking to try it. Which two would you recommend? Double Rye Barrel Select? Immediately that one. I don't give a fuck what comes after this. Buy 2 of those. Don't buy anything else. Buy 2 of those. Now, if you only want to buy one of those barrel selects, which it will be the best one that you have out of this bunch,
Double Rye and Rendezvous.
Burr Rye is the next best.
Yeah.
The 19 Burr Rye is drastically better than the other Burr Ryes, and then the Double Rye Barrel Select is cheaper and better than everything you listed.
I like Rendezvous a lot.
I like Rendezvous Rye an awful lot,
dude. Yeah. I'm telling everybody, Double Rye Barrel Selects, the Double Rye store picks are the best product that High West puts out, hands down, without any exception.
Dan would know.
Hour of sleep tonight, Cookie.
Now, people said, a bunch of people in chat said fire Sean. Might have been 1, might have been 200. So anyways,
I mean, there's
love you guys. Thank you guys for being here.
What?
Thank you guys for all the love. See you guys later. We will talk to you on, what's today?
Thursday.
Monday. We'll see you Monday.
No, we'll see you Tuesday.
No, Monday's a video.